Your bride comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
Hardware sort of project with Josh Walter.
Fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah, he's got like shit tons of synths, and I went around just to have a jam one day. Pissed around with him, and then we actually got like a decent tune going. We're like, yeah, should we have a go at this?
You and the guys from like that sort of scene, that sort of, I want to say era, but like probably like 2010s.
Yeah.
You and all the guys around from Sheffield, you sort of tight with the Off Me Nut lads. And
yeah, LSS, Off Me Nut, like all 20 Hertz and all those. Look,
you're all just mad. Like in terms of like production skills is so like unique, and the sound of everything that you guys were making and playing as well. The way that you used to DJ and perform, even back then, you were the first person I ever saw DJ on a fucking iPad.
I know, yeah.
You couldn't.
Yeah. It was awful. I don't know what was going through my brain when I decided that was a good idea, but
it was.
It worked.
You say it was awful, but it really wasn't. Like it was. You were pulling together these like sick sets. Like they sounded great. Like
you DJ'd on an iPad.
Yeah, there was an app. I can't even remember what it was called now, but
bear in mind,
it was like
this
virtual DJ, but on an iPad basically. And then you just bought this like separate special cable that split like the master and to another one, so you could have headphones in.
I remember.
Bear in mind,
DJ,
this is 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And nobody was properly like.
It was the first gen iPad. I was like,
yeah,
one of my first of my mates to actually get one, and like whenever people saw it, it was like really excited, wanted to like try it out and stuff. And yeah, people would come up to me like at nights and just be like, "You DJ on a fucking iPad?" I'm like, "Yeah." I
remember. Well, so the first time I met you was we were in a Tramlines competition to support Toddler T,
which I won.
Which you won, but you won using an iPad to DJ.
I was using an iPad and vinyl.
Was it iPad and vinyl? Yeah. Okay, so
the two ends of the spectrum. Yeah,
it was sick. Like your mix was great, and the set was great.
Yours was, you did like a 4-deck set or something.
I did a 4-deck set, but I used a controller. So, but then I remember at the end of it, like some people were griefing me. Oh, you know, he only won because he's like Toddler's mate, and his mate Alex like fixed it so he could win. And I was like, it was a sick set, and then it was like, well, you used the controller and he used an iPad, so they shouldn't count. And I'm like, people get so worked up on
some of the
DJ
DJs
tech.
got like pretty arsey about it, especially the DJ guy and his mates. They weren't happy. Yeah, I spoke to Alex about it. I was like, "You didn't fix it for me, did you?" And he was like, "No." Like Andy H was like the deciding vote to say that you'd won.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good fun. I think it helped that the music I was playing as well was suited to the night that was happening at the Octagon.
Mate, yeah, it was sick. I think
like
also
garage and funky and dancehall kind of stuff.
What I would say as well is we were playing for an opening set, and you were the only person that really played it. Kind of like I was playing really obvious kind of headliner, like loud, energetic.
I was
tunes.
trying to play the most obscure shit I could find,
but that was perfect because it was like you were the only person that understood the assignment. It was like everyone was like, go and make a dinosaur, and everyone else made a fucking alligator or something. And you actually,
I didn't even practice or anything. It was on the day. I just grabbed I grabbed my iPad, put some tunes on it, grabbed like a handful of vinyl. I don't think I fucking looked through them. I think I just went, yeah, they'll do.
But it was kind of like
that's how I've always played though. I've never like structured sets or like planned sets. I just wing it.
Yeah,
because I want to see what works with the crowd. Like most of the time,
yeah.
So if I've like planned a set out meticulously and I start playing and everyone just fucking leaves and I've got no backup, like or music switched in, then I'm fucked.
The thing is, so I'm just going to introduce you because I imagine we're rolling. By the way, Dave,
we are rolling.
Yeah. So we're sat today with Luke Wild, formerly known as Autograff, DJ, producer, just creative mind in general, really from Chef. I've known you for many years. As I just said, we met initially in a DJ competition, probably nearly 15 years ago now, like 12, 13 years ago.
Maybe even longer. Yeah, I don't know.
But since then, I've seen you play numerous sets around Sheffield. You've played some really broad sets. For me in particular, I've asked you to do, you've done like soca and like Afro kind of house tunes and
that's always been my thing, is like finding an obscure or not very much played in Sheffield genre and rinsing it for like a short period of time and then move on to another phase. Like that Tramlines competition, when it like got the article in the Star, Dedman laughed because he said it's the only time a boom-bachero is going to be mentioned in like mass media.
Yeah.
That genre, there's about 2 people who make it and maybe about 20 songs in total of the entire genre.
Yeah.
And I love it.
So would you say you're quite like nerdy when it comes to music in terms of you seek out like the
I mean, you could call me nerdy or a hipster. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think I'd call you hipster. I think it's real. It's like it's people that really love music that want to find that.
Oh yeah, I just like finding
obscure
cool stuff. Like if I hear a song just randomly somewhere and like I like it, I'll go do on like a deep dive into that genre. Of, like, trying to find the obscure artists of that genre.
This gives me like you and Dave seem to almost identically mirror, because if he finds something he's interested in, that you love a deep dive, don't you?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's an ADHD thing where I'm like, fuck it, I gotta know, and then I'll drop it equally as fast.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm like, on to the next thing.
Yeah,
like, cool.
I'm like, I've got a very addictive personality, but not for very long. I get distracted easily, so like I wouldn't be surprised. I'm waiting for an ADHD assessment. So
yes, well, welcome to the couch. This is an ADHD safe space, basically.
I think 90% of people on the planet fucking have it.
Just to varying levels.
Exactly. There's like a spectrum,
sort of high functioning versions of it.
It's a real creatives thing as well. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It seems to be rife amongst creatives.
I think it's a way of dealing with society. Like, I don't know. I feel like
dealing with it.
That's what I mean.
Or not dealing.
Exactly like that. Yeah. Like I master a lot of when I look into all of it and I start to realize, oh, this is the way I just was interfacing with the world. It just never fit with me. I always felt like I never fit into a normal job or a normal like societal kind of background until I started my own job. Until I started working for myself, and then I was like, "Oh, there's other ways to do things."
Everything's on your own terms, then I suppose, and then you sort of, you control it. But then also that's difficult.
I just want to go into like obscure music and things like that because that really interested me. Is there any bands you can, or not even bands, like artists that you can pluck off the top of your head where you're like, they're so obscure, they're completely just like unlike anything I've ever heard.
They're not that obscure, but they're like. Very quickly became one of my favourite bands, but it's a synthwave kind of band called Gunship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them, so that's great.
It's got a couple of ex-members of Fightstar in it.
Oh, Fightstar.
Okay, I know those. Yeah. I know those guys.
And they collab with like, do you remember, have you ever seen Lost Boys?
The film?
Yeah.
I've never watched
Sexy
Lost
Sax
Boys.
Man, Tim Capello.
Oh, wow, okay.
He does like tongues with them and stuff.
What?
And they're like really into like 80s pop culture and stuff, so... All the music videos like themed around that, and they're really good. I've been in 2 of their music videos. I've got a tattoo on the back of my neck of them.
Where are they? So where are they based?
London.
They're London based.
Yeah, they're a UK band.
Yeah, mate. I am early days as well. Like I want to shout out another Sheffield creative. Harley likes music.
Oh yeah, man. Yep.
I mean, Chiptune and stuff that blew my head off when he was doing. He makes tunes, and I mean, like the first few things I think I saw him doing were like kind of cover versions using Nintendo's DS.
Yeah, he was using a DS at first, and now he's switched to a Game Boy Advance SP, and it uses like a hacked bit of software on the cartridge to use the sound chip on the Game Boy to make music.
So fucking cool.
It's honestly, it's so cool. People see him playing sets, and he's there just with a pair of Game Boys plugged in. And
is that who Mark Ribbolay, who supported Mark Ribbolay? I remember
I think he did, yeah.
Quite possibly.
Was that at the Harley?
Yeah, it was at the Harley, yeah.
I proposed to my missus.
Yeah, was that you?
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah,
you were there. Yeah, okay. So we need to talk about that as well on this podcast another time. We've never ever spoken about how you proposed to Leanne.
Yeah.
Mark
it was brilliant.
Yeah. That was great. And so Luke was there. It probably was.
God.
It probably was Harley, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. And so he'd fit in with Mark Ribbolay.
Yeah. And what might be confusing for our listeners or viewers or whatever for this, there's a venue called The Harley. And then the
Oh, yeah.
artist is called Harley Likes Music.
No affiliation.
No affiliation whatsoever. Two separate things, and it wasn't like conceived.
And he
in
was
the
like
Harley.
doing stuff on a Game Boy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
see,
I
he's
remember
just very
seeing that
famous.
and I was thinking, this is fucking wild. I've never seen anything like this in my
Yeah,
life.
well, me and him put on a night called Steel City Chiptune, and we used to do it down at this gaming bar in town called Meltdown before that closed.
That's
And
sick,
we got
yeah.
people from like all over the world to come down that are like massive in the chiptune scene. But if you don't know anything about the scene, you would never
Are
hear.
you saying chiptune?
Chiptune.
Chiptune. And
T-
this is like a
T-U-N-E,
whole
yeah.
genre.
Mate, it's
Yeah.
it's huge,
I'm
and
writing
it's
this
like
stuff
a
down,
really
man.
close knit scene and community, and like people will play gigs who are like massive chiptune artists for like 50 quid and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bed for the night, and they'll come from America and pay for their own flights and shit.
One,
Mate,
one
that's
thing,
how they know. That's how you know they love it.
Yeah.
When
One
they're just
thing I
doing
would
that shit
say-
for almost like free. Do you know what I mean? All
Oh,
free.
some people do it free, yeah, but we
Exactly
we
that.
always pay everyone, like even if we're losing money, just because
Yeah.
it's fair.
Yeah,
And-
it's fair, man. Yeah,
yeah,
I'd be
but
like
people
that,
have brought loads of mad stuff. Like people have brought Ataris and shit like that, and made music on that. You can do it on Dreamcasts, NES, Mega Drive, like anything, any old retro console, you can make chiptune on. But you've just got to find the specific bit of software to do it with.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they're all called trackers, and I've like Harley's tried to show me how to use it once, and I've just stared at it and gone, didn't know.
Yeah, no. It's, my brain works in a similar way sometimes. You're me and Dave make a fair bit of music together, and he's always been kind of like the technically minded person who figures out how to do the thing, and then he, in many cases for me, finds out a shorthand way of explaining it to me, so that I can understand like the bare bones of it. And then once I understand the bare bones of it, then I get interested in it. But if somebody showed me something and I was like never seen it before, never seen it used before, I'd be like, fuck that.
Oh yeah, like
I'm
it's
not
the same
doing
with
it.
the new project I'm doing, with Josh. Like on hardware since.
Yes, let's talk about that. So have you got a name? Have you got a name for this project?
We've kind of both got our separate names, and we just do it like. So he's called Omens, spelled OMNS, and I'm Sinistar, so SINE star.
Nice,
So like
yeah,
sinister, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and we just do collabs, and
That's great.
we might
man.
come up with a group name at some point. But he's been smashing it. He started doing it long before I sort of joined him on the like project.
Yeah,
And his Instagram's got mad amounts of views.
Cool.
Like we're talking millions on some videos and stuff already, and he's only been doing it like a few months.
we'll definitely need to check him out. So we'll try and link all these things in here as well. But Josh is formerly known.
As
We
Walter
were
Ego.
talking about this at the start of the podcast as Walter Ego. He's had some releases with T, hasn't he? On
Yeah,
on
he's had
Toddler
some pretty big
T's
ones, yeah.
label. It was Steezy or something like that, wasn't it?
Something like
Before
that, yeah.
I know he's Steez Factory now, but
He's
I
on
don't know what
Bad
he's.
Taste.
yeah.
He did like songs with K Dot and Coco. And
Yeah, he's worked with. If our listeners or viewers don't know these artists, they're Sheffield rappers or grime artists.
but
and
ones
stuff.
that have made it pretty big,
I mean, Coco's huge.
huge now.
Yeah.
So Total
yeah.
T was at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I think T still is because
Yeah.
in terms of, I mean, he's produced the new Kneecap album,
Yeah.
and he's just won a Mobo with.
Oh, well, then yeah, I would still
yeah.
consider that huge.
Yeah.
Um,
He produced Bash's album, which has just won a Mobo. So there's some kind of there's big stuff that comes out of Sheffield, but then it sort of never gets. I don't know. Once it's gone
It
beyond,
doesn't get like global attention like
yeah,
it should.
That's
But
I
a lot
agree.
of UK music that happens. It gets absolutely huge in the UK and maybe a few countries in Europe,
Yeah,
and just never makes it across the pond.
yeah. I wanted to go back
Why
to the.
is that?
I've no idea.
It's
man.
like, you know, when recently that Robbie Williams film came out,
Yeah.
Better Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like biopic.
Yeah, and like no one in America like knew him. And
Oh,
they were
yeah,
like, who is
shit.
this nobody? And everyone in Europe's like fucking huge.
It's
like,
Robbie Williams, mate. Like he was in Take That. Who? Like
Yeah, Americans were just like, why is this like getting like
Who is
like
this
AAA
Robbie?
screenings at
What is
cinemas and
this?
stuff? And it's like, because
Yeah.
the guy's massive.
To be fair, having him as a monkey probably did wonders because they're like,
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
that was actually such a good fucking play to have him like be a monkey because at least people who don't even know who Robbie is like, what the fuck is this biopic where the main guy is a
And
is
no
a
one
monkey?
seems to bat an eyelid about it.
Yeah.
Imagine if this was all a big marketing ploy for this is the way that he breaks America.
Yeah.
He plays himself, or he gets himself played as a monkey, and the Americans are like, wow, interesting. And then they discover his back catalogue and they're like, wow, bangers.
yeah.
Just as a
That could
side,
happen,
30
that
years
could be a
too
good point,
late.
yeah.
just as a side note, like there's a YouTube channel called Corridor Digital which I watch.
Yeah.
So if you know of Corridor Digital, they
I'll check it out.
they study like visual effects and they broke down. I don't know if it was Weta, the graphics.
Excuse me.
The graphics effects artist that they're called Weta. They're like a massive motion graphics company.
Right.
I don't know if they did the graphics for it. Might be. Don't quote me on that. But they broke down the visual effects and everything for that that biopic, and they said it was just insane. The amount of like different costumes they had.
Yeah.
And sometimes they couldn't even do motion tracking, so they had to do it all by like eye. And
Yeah.
it was
fuck.
insane.
That's why.
And that's where I go down like a rabbit hole. I love motion graphics and visual effects as well. So that's
same.
like,
Yeah. I've been going to the theatre a lot recently, and like, one of the first things I do is go in and just like look at all the AV in the room, and then spend the rest of the play not really pay attention and try to figure out how to do certain things. Like when
I'm like that. Like break things down a lot of the time.
And everyone afterwards is like, "What did you think of the play?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that like visual effect was really cool. The sound was really nice." And I'm like, "What did you actually think of the plot?" I'm like, "There's a plot."
Do you know what-
there was a play going on. Like there was
Yeah.
just nice lights. And
I look
shit.
at you know, when you look at a big stadium game, like either football, NBA, I love the mechanics behind that.
Yeah.
You know, like the tracking, like how they track all the players, what they're passing. Like when they say, "Oh, this guy made like 20% of his passes." You're like, how? I looked at the I watched a whole YouTube video of the technology behind that, and I find that shit fucking fascinating.
Oh,
I love
same.
to go behind the scenes and be like, how did all this like work, like mechanically, like. Yeah, I love all that shit. You do exactly the same as what I do.
Yeah.
I sometimes I don't enjoy the thing because I'm like, I want to know how they fucking what's behind the scenes.
Well, I
here? How
work
they
in
doing?
like sound and lighting and like video and stuff like that at events. I went to Eurovision when
Oh,
it was
that's
in
sick.
Liverpool.
Oh,
It fucking blew my mind.
As an attendee, or were you
Yeah, as
working?
an attendee.
Nice,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And that is probably the best produced show I've ever seen in my life. And I spent so much time trying to figure out how they did certain bits. And like looking at the sound and lighting desk and be like, how have they organized that? Because like the lighting, they have something like freaking 8 lighting desks just to be able to handle the amount of lights.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one thing. Well, it's not quite the same, but similar production levels. My friend manages Little Mix, or did manage Little Mix before they went their separate ways. And I went to watch a couple of their shows because she got us free tickets.
Yeah.
So me and my wife went to see them in Liverpool and Manchester, and the level of production on the show is just insane. And like the way that everything is so carefully choreographed, that was the whole time I spent there thinking about like how good it was that they managed to get from one side of the stage to the other, and like the lights followed them, and how everything was programmed in and stuff. It is
like,
crazy.
Some of the lights nowadays crazy. You can get like these little belt packs that you put on people, and the light fitting's smart and just follows them automatically.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love it. I
One-
probably geek out about this.
One thing I said to Dave before this podcast was that you guys are going to get on really well if we start talking about tech stuff, because I was like, I know that you know a fair bit. Like, also, like, I mean, there's we've known each other for years, but there's so much random stuff that we've been involved with. I wanted to talk more about Chiptune, but we'll come back to that in a bit, because I was going to say you helped me host a karaoke night during lockdown.
Yeah, online.
Yeah. you were my tech support and eyes and ears for that.
Yeah, it kind of worked. Had a few teething issues, but it was good fun.
It was there was a slight delay, wasn't there, of about like 0.5 of a second or something, if that. But it was great. That was loads of fun. And I mean, there's been a bunch of other stuff that I've crossed.
That's why we joke, don't we? I'm taking your prep.
Yeah, and
because you're like I'm not interested in like the fucking the setup of it or anything like, where I'm completely all about that. Whereas you are more like, I just like it to set it look good. Like you started decorating the set. I wasn't too bothered about that. I was like, nah, I can't be arsed with that. Like that really turns me off.
Yeah.
I love both sides. I'm like mixed of you two.
Yeah, I often need somebody to facilitate my dreams.
Yeah.
Is there anything that bores you to death when someone starts talking about you? Like, just switch off. I can't.
A lot of TV shows that I'm just not interested in, or like soap operas and all that.
Soaps,
yeah.
When people talk about what happened in EastEnders, that starts to, or like
No
roads they took to get to places.
Yeah.
When they start going, well, I went down the A15 and they go into a 20-minute
really, like,
conversation.
nice,
I'm
scenic, interesting road, but yeah, if it's a motorway, then fuck, don't care.
People get obsessed with like how it got there on the A45. I'm like, I can't, dude. Like, what are we talking about?
I get. I'm kind of in the camp where I'm a little bit excited by roads.
You and a lot of people.
Do you know what I find kind of magic is like older people that know the names of the roads. And they'll be like, oh, you just take that road to there, and then you take that road, and it's almost like a forgotten skill that our
'cause
generation,
sat-nav, yeah.
we're not going to pass on to our
to be
kids
fair,
because we use a sat nav, so that's going to die out eventually. That's going to go away.
I think it's going
90%
away
of,
now,
like,
man.
young drivers wouldn't be able to read a map. Like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think I
no.
can. I don't think I can read a map.
I'd probably have to spend a bit of time to relearn.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, just get my compass out. What is this? 1902? Like
I remember having an argument with Leanne's dad. Like,
because you
when I
can't
don't-
read a compass.
Yeah, he was like, "You don't even know how to math," and I'm like, "I don't need to."
Yeah,
Nick."
I've got a calculator on my phone.
Yeah, that's what I said to him, and he's like, just his mind is blown because he comes from a different generation.
You're not all
He's-
going to have a calculator in your pocket at all
Oh,
times.
no.
It's
I
like,
kind of-
fucking hell, actually.
To be fair, I'm kind of with him now. Like, as I get older, I'm like, yeah, maybe I should learn how to.
Yeah,
'Cause when the grid goes down, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
even just to like pub quizzes. Like,
yeah, pub quizzes. Yeah,
I've been doing a lot of pub quizzes recently.
You've been hosting or just go
just
into
go into
them?
them.
You're a pub quiz enthusiast.
Yeah, I am. And there's some really good ones now that like using apps and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so you know Dorothy Pax.
I do know the Dorothy Pax. Yeah,
Love the
yeah.
place.
Great venue and chef.
Yeah.
if you don't know the Dorothy Pax, check it out.
Yeah. Speaking of karaoke, just segue slightly. I'm doing a karaoke night there on the 15th of March.
If anybody wants to go to Luke's karaoke nights at the Dorothy Pax on the 15th of March,
Just
get
sort of
down.
plug up.
Free entry, paid
Yeah,
entry,
No, free entry.
free
Yeah,
entry.
yeah, donations welcome. Beer.
Yes, donations in beer. And what's your favourite karaoke song for somebody to sing?
Somebody single for me to sing.
Well, I guess like, do you have a favourite one to watch people sing? And do you have a favourite one that you sing?
Yeah,
Watch people
answer
sing.
both.
I don't know about watch people sing. I would just enjoy watching people do karaoke regardless of what song it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you could sing any, apart from fucking Stevie Nicks' Edge of 17, I hate that song. And Oasis.
No Oasis, no Stevie Nicks.
Yep.
And what's your karaoke song?
I've got a couple that I'd
Right.
love to go to. Main one I always do is Club Tropicana by Wham.
Beautiful.
Psycho Killer, Talking Heads.
Great.
Oh,
My most recent one that I don't know why I just randomly saw it on the software and thought, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna have a go at that. It's Pokemon theme tune.
oh shit!
And
Yes, man.
I did like the first verse, which is like the intro to the TV show, which I just knew off by heart.
Yeah.
Thinking, right, that's it, smashed it, done. Turn around, there's still fucking 2 minutes left on the song. I'm like, there's
Holy
more verses.
The Pokemon theme tune is extended. What?
There's
I
like,
would get to that point
If you've,
as well,
if
like,
you've
what
only
the
ever
fuck?
heard it from watching a TV show, go and find it online because there is a whole 2/3 extra to the song that you will have never heard before.
I feel like there's a lot of songs like that.
I
right?
want to be the very
But it's
best.
like whenever someone puts
no one ever was.
whenever
What
someone
banger.
puts Fresh Prince on, but it's the extended version.
Oh,
and people only
shit.
watch TV shows start sing along, and it gets to the other two verses, and they just suddenly go.
I legit, because when I first started DJing, there was still a bit of a thing where DJs would play that in a club and it'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, I'm down with you kids. Like, I know that you watch this on TV as kids. And I had to get it into Ableton and chop it up and make a TV edit version of it with a mix in and mix out, because I was like, people don't know the full
No,
version.
and it's just going to kill the room.
Yeah, and yeah, they get the first bit, and you just literally need to chop it to the bits where
What song is this again? Sorry.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ah, okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Because it's extended and it's like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I saw him do that live.
Will Smith.
Oh, Will.
Yeah, and you're not going to believe this.
What?
Because it's just such a far-fetched fucking story. So he announced that he was doing like a world tour like years ago.
Yeah.
This is
and
before he.
Before this,
Slapped
before,
Chris Rock.
yeah, way before he slapped Chris
Yeah,
Rock.
we're talking like over 7 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
And he announces his dates and locations, and he's doing 2 dates in all of Europe, one in Croatia, and the other below Blackpool Tower. And so
Blackpool Tower.
loads of us buy fucking tickets for it.
Yeah.
Because it's Will Smith and Jazzy
Yeah.
Jeff with Fat Man Scoop supporting and a few other people.
Man Scoop.
Yeah. And so we're like, this is too good to be true. This is a scam. Like, we're going
Yeah,
to turn
yeah,
up and
yeah,
there's just going to be nothing there. We get to Blackpool and there's fucking, it's buzzing.
Was it in the ballroom? The
No,
Empress?
it was literally in this like big fucking car park below the tower, like outside.
Holy shit! Like an outdoor.
Yeah.
Summertime.
And we-
I'm assuming.
Yeah. And we
cool.
get there thinking, right, this actually might be happening, but I'm not going to believe it until the moment I see him come out on stage.
Yeah.
And we go in, it's absolutely fucking rammed. Queue for the bar was like an hour long. I managed to sneak in quite near the front and thought, fuck it, I'm not getting back in that queue, so I bought 4 bottles of wine. Not just for me.
Yeah.
And then, Fat Man Scoop comes on and we're like, oh, fuck, right, this is actually happening. And then, goes quiet for like 10 minutes, and then just suddenly is fucking huge like explosion on stage and loads of fire effects on the LCD screens, and fucking out comes Will Smith bouncing.
Holy
along.
shit! It's the Fresh
And we're like,
Prince.
oh my god, it's actually
It's
Will
him.
Smith. And he
Why?
smashed it. It was sick, all classics. But
Jiggy
then
with
we
it.
all left afterwards. Like
Did you do the Men in Black theme to him?
he did.
Yeah.
I'm the man in black.
He did. Every classic Will Smith tune you could think of, he did. He did about an hour set, and then it finished, and we all left kind of in a bit of a weird like haze, just like
That was
really
Will
just
Smith.
Yeah,
man.
was that a fever dream? Or did
Such
that
a
actually
shame what
happen?
happened to him now.
Was it
His
post?
entire family's batshit crazy. Now.
Yeah, right.
Was it
right.
post Switch era?
Switch.
What's the song? Hey,
Hey, hey.
get it going now, Switch. Turn
Can't
around
remember
now.
if he played that
I
one.
remember
Hit it.
Switch. Switch is
Do,
a
do.
banger. Dude.
That was like 05. Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
Vibe, the vibe is sickened. This a club, girl. Why you arriving naked? It's mate, such a banger.
That's a slapper.
Underrated.
I'm going to play that on the way home.
Yeah,
Underrated
I'm pretty sure I
banger.
remember that if he had played it.
Yeah, I'll try and play it for you after this. But yeah,
Mate, Bad Boys.
fucking hell.
Will Smith, man.
Yeah.
God bless him.
He.
I hope you're all right,
legit.
fella.
It's one hell of a slap.
It was. Yeah. Well,
It was. It's one hell of a spectacle, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, the
remember
way Chris
seeing
Rock
that.
handled it was amazing.
he's carrying a lot. Will Smith there. You can
Yeah.
see it's like, you know, he's
There's
processing
a lot more to that story, isn't there?
He's going, yeah, cool. So yeah, this is all happening, but then just it all comes out, it all unrolls.
Yeah.
Then you had his son at the recent.
Oh,
was
God,
it the
with that
Emmys or
fucking
the
house
Grammys?
that he was
You had the
wearing.
house.
Just as a house, yeah.
And then you had all the conspiracy
And
about it. It's a conspiracy, man. He's wearing the house for a reason. It's a statement.
Wasn't his
Yeah, he wants
dau-
attention. That's the statement.
That's the joke. The joke is his family's so mad. That's what they have to do for attention. He literally had to
You'd
wear
be
a house on his
fucking
head.
pissed off if you were the person sat behind him.
Wasn't his daughter there? Didn't she go naked or something? Or was
Are
it
you
something-
that was
talking
Kanye
about
West's
Kanye West's
missus.
missus?
No, because didn't I think Willow as well was on the red carpet for the Grammys, and she was wearing like not very much
I
clothes.
don't recall
She
that.
wasn't. It wasn't.
It was overshadowed for me by
Yeah.
Kanye West's fucking missus just being
Yeah, oh.
starkers. And then
Oh.
you had
Oh wow, you think Willow Smith in Not Many Clothes is cool? Here's my wife completely nude.
celebrities are
Yeah.
batshit, aren't they? They're just one-upping each other
Yeah.
all the time.
There's some good eggs out there though,
Yeah, there is. There is.
Who's your favourite celebrity at the moment?
Good question.
at the moment. So guessing you mean alive?
Well,
actually,
it could be
I
alive
don't
or
know.
dead. They might have just died.
No, it was a bit back. Anthony Bourdain was like my favourite by far, but now it's got to be Keanu Reeves. He just seems like such a decent guy.
I'm with you on that. if it gets out that Keanu's like,
Yeah.
then I'd just lose faith in
It'll be
all
like
humanity.
Attenborough levels of like.
I'm like, my God.
Interestingly, I've just listened to Matthew Perry's audiobook.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
R.I.P.
Yep.
And
R.I.P.
he vocally slags off Keanu Reeves multiple times in that book.
Really? Like, how so?
He's like, because he
How
says
so?
it. I think he calls him like the world's most boring man, or it's something along those lines. And he was like, I'd lose faith in everything. But people still like fucking Keanu Reeves or something. Like he's full on slamming him. But I don't know why, because I don't know anything about Keanu. Why do you guys like him?
You just constantly see him being like a really nice guy and just doing like cool stuff and.
He's
being-
constantly
and
seen it in
also-
the public eye, just like public transport.
Yeah, he's like
he takes pictures all the
tries to
time.
act
Of
like a
people.
normal guy.
Cool.
Like,
Like, he's
every
al-
interview is never really. You not got a weird vibe.
No, and he's always like got time for his fans. Like,
That's nice.
just seems like a proper nice guy.
He's not even the best actor.
No.
That's the thing. But you like him so much that you forgive him for it.
That's it.
You're like, and he's just got this aura of like, you're all right. You're cool.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what Matthew Perry was pissed off about.
maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe because he was like, I've worked really hard being an actor, and
he was a troubled.
he was a drug addict and an alcoholic. Yeah.
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 Was it prescription meds?
Yeah,
Cocktail.
yeah. So he got he had a jet ski. I mean, he was already an alcoholic, and then he had a jet ski accident, and he got prescribed Vicodin whilst he was on the set of a film because he had to finish filming and he'd really hurt his shoulder. So the doctor gave him a Vicodin and said, basically, do the scene, and then after the scene, take that, and you'll have a good sleep. He took one Vicodin in the end. He was up to 55 Vicodin a day.
Fuck. me.
Yowza. 55.
How
mate.
did he have a stomach left?
He
didn't buy
He
it,
said he
did he?
used to go. He said in this book, he's like, I used to go to open houses because he was like basically at the lowest point of his addiction when he needed 55 Vicodin a day. He said it was like a computer game. His life. He'd wake
Yeah.
up and he'd have no Vicodin, and he'd have to go out and find 55 of them. So he'd get some from drug dealers, but he'd also just go to open houses in Hollywood and just go in there, just whilst he was in there, go in their bathroom.
When you say open houses, what do you mean?
So like, you know, like when you go to, you just look around houses, like, I'm looking to buy a new mansion. And they have like a thing in America called open house where you can
they just leave the house open and you just go and walk around.
just go and have a look round.
Did he find Vicodin?
Yeah, so he just used to go
in people's medicine cabinets.
Yeah, go into the medicine cabinets in the bathroom, and he said that if he found an old pill bottle, he could take more because he knew that people weren't using them. But if you found a new pill bottle, you could take less.
Oh, that's how deep it went.
But then sometimes he was like, on the days when I couldn't find 55, I took more from that pill bottle. But who's gonna think, oh yeah, what, Chandler stole my Vicodin? Like, so he, mate, it's fucking. It's
I'll have to listen to. Has he got an audio version?
Yeah. I listened to the audio book the other day.
Does he
long drive?
Is he talking?
He's reading it. Yeah, he's reading it.
That's cool. Because I do like it when the person who actually wrote it.
It's kind of creepy because I'm like, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, because he's dead. Have you got one black fingernail, by the way, David?
A blue.
Oh yeah, a blue middle finger.
Yeah, Leanne did it.
Okay.
I thought about doing all of them.
Yeah,
but I don't like how it feels on my fingernail.
I used to paint mine black when I was like a little mini washer when I was a teenager.
Did you not feel like I can feel it on it constantly? It feels different from the others.
I hate it, and also if there was tiny chip in it, can't leave it alone. Got to chip it all off.
got to chip. Yeah. Got to. It's either got to be complete or incomplete.
20 years, so no.
No, she did it. We had a little bonding session. She did.
It doesn't mean anything. It's not to symbolise something or to remind you of anything. Or
no. To be fair, I did think about like it's reminding me of the pact we made about the sugar thing and eating.
Yeah.
Whenever I look at it, I go, oh yeah, because me and my missus made a pact to actually get fit and healthy. Just stop eating fucking shit that's killing us. Just as a side.
So now I'm stuck with 5 Tesco donuts, basically. You selfish prick.
I'm looking at it in a different view. I'm looking at a different light now. I'm looking at it now like it's fucking murder.
Devil.
I can't because I'm bad. I am bad with sugar.
Oh,
like,
same.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Like 2 litre bottle of Coke. I can smash that in 1 or 2 days. Like a night.
I could do it in
one sitting.
Yeah.
I'm terrified now because I think as I get older, I think diabetes, sugar, and how it like goes through your system. I actually kind of scared myself because I was like, my missus like looked at me. I was snoring real bad, and she was like, "This is not that
normal.
was not cool."
So John
like, okay.
John apnea.
Yeah, I don't want fucking sleep apnea, man.
No.
I don't want it. I don't want an apnea mask at night.
No, we all went.
Brother's got one, but yeah, I was really bad with soft drinks and stuff a couple of years ago. Put on loads of weight, and I quit drinking like sugary versions. Within like 2 months, I lost like 3 stone.
Yeah, It does. When you've got a high sugar like carb diet, like I can stop. I'll start to notice it. I've done it for nearly 4 days now, and I've already noticed like I lift in my mood.
I was going to say energy better and stuff.
Energy levels are not like all over the place. It's like just I'm on a constant.
I'm a sucker for sweets.
Mate, same.
We've got sweets over there for you, mate. We bought ramen.
Just because I'm doing it, by the way. Feel free to fucking.
Oh yeah, no. We're going to eat in front of you as well. Yeah.
That's the devil for me. I'm all good.
Yeah. You eat the devil in front of me.
I have to think of it that way. I'm a nutter. I have to think right. This is the devil tempting me. I have to make some kind of weird, shit up that like. It's mythical. Like that's the devil tempting me. And now, like you said, it helps me that I don't want to give my money to big corporations anymore.
Yeah,
I try not to.
It'll get to the point where you like actually probably won't even think, oh, that looks nice. I
don't know, man. Like I love sugar so much.
I've listened to this book recently called I can't remember the name of it. It's about ultra processed foods.
Right.
That's another thing.
It's great, but the guy's talking about it and he's saying about how, like, basically he's got the opening scene, I think, is him and his daughter, and he does this sort of test where he goes on an ultra processed diet for 2 weeks where he eats only ultra processed foods, and then he goes on like a normal diet. Well, I say normal, a diet without any ultra processed foods, which he was like, it's increasingly
cook everything.
It's increasingly hard to do because like everything is ultra processed now because of the way that they preserve food, because of all that sort of stuff. There's always some level of chemical in most foods, so you have to be really meticulous with it, and it has to be stuff like like an egg obviously is not ultra processed, but you have to like breads is all ultra processed unless you make
Even
your
like
own.
from bakery,
Even
right?
like fucking wholemeal.
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
You can't like.
Yeah. It's
Wholemeal is not even that much different than white. It's whole wheat you need.
Yes. There you go. Whole wheat.
Fuck,
This
I'm
is
gonna
a guy
have to,
with
like,
this is
get
a guy
into
with
that.
knowledge, man. But
See, I'm still eating like 2 slices wholemeal in the morning,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, this is all right.
But-
like,
but the
I know
thing-
you can't be crazy on it, and it is better than what I'm doing. But like,
yeah, the thing is like
how
bread-
did it feel, by the way? In comparison, this
bread's
guy?
not that bad. Like it's fine. You can eat stuff in moderation, but basically the opening credit thing, he's eating a bowl of not cornflakes, sorry, Cocoa Pops with his daughter. His daughter's like 2 or 3, and he's like pouring a bowl of Cocoa Pops, and then she wants one, then she wants more, and then she wants more, and he's like, this is so Moorish, and he's looking at like all the stuff
It
and
fucking is.
the things in it, and he was like, when that chocolate reacts with the milk, that's what's creating this like need
Mate,
for
I can
more.
get there in my head. Like
Yeah,
Cocoa
yeah.
Pops. Yeah, I get there in my head. Those donuts, I get there. Like the stimulation I get, the fucking
One thing he
energy.
talks about as well in that, which is really interesting, he was saying like Kellogg's were the first people to ever market like sound marketing with Snap, Crackle and Pop,
Oh, shit.
because
I've heard
they were like the sound of it is something that your brain links to like wanting it.
It's all brainwashing, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
getting you
it's
to...
it's
I can- yeah.
mad.
Oh man,
it's
there's
mad.
big money to be made in marketing. Like,
Yeah. Like but basically we were saying all these corporations basically they want to fatten you up and they want you to be hooked into their product.
Consume, man.
Yeah.
Just want you to consume.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, they want you, mate. They've got you by the testicles.
Did this
Monster,
guy
they've got me.
do? Were you talking about this guy did this, and then did he feel one certain way after eating non-processed? And
So it was he's basically put this book out, and it's a culmination of research of people that of trials that have been done with multiple people, but he did the trial on himself to see how he fared. But he was saying essentially the people that ate a non-processed diet, like for 2 weeks, basically the 2 weeks where they ate a processed diet, they gained weight. The 2 weeks where they didn't eat it, they steadily lost weight.
wonder how
And
they felt as well. Like, I bet there's.
It was talking about the correlation between obesity in the world since ultra processed foods were sort of introduced post-war compared to the obesity levels in the world before that, when foods were sort of more naturally occurring. Anyway, yeah, so that might be interesting for your diet.
But yeah, I'm thinking about going wild with it. I'm thinking about doing that fasting. Do you know what that guy I was talking about that did 42 days on just fucking
You're
water, which is insane.
going out into the desert in the middle of Lincoln.
Nah,
You're going to fast in a robe. What about in a box like David Blaine?
Yeah, they flew a fucking. Do you remember that when
They
flew
flew
a
a
fucking
burger
around.
burger?
Mackies.
I'll cry.
but then you
after
found
that.
out afterwards that with the water supply they had like vitamin and nutrient drip stuff in it.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Blaine.
Oh, that's how they
He
did it.
died when he did that ice block thing, didn't he, as well?
He was having
what
hallucinations.
was the ice
wasn't he?
block thing?
He tried to basically like survive being frozen alive for a while. And,
In ice, yeah.
yeah, and they got like these 2 massive ice cubes basically with like a human-shaped cutout and sandwiched in between them. And like we're monitoring him, and it was like, yeah, if we don't get him out like now, he's gonna die.
Oh fuck! I thought that
He was having
sounded.
hallucinations and everything.
Yeah,
That sounds
he
like
was
the,
fuck, he was like minutes away from death. Like
That sounds
he
like the ice bar we went to in Amsterdam.
God,
Which was,
remember that fucking ice party.
you DJing that one on Dev.
No, I never did. I
I
think.
did. That was really good fun.
There was an ice bar.
Yeah, they had set up an ice bar on Dev Green, like in the middle of fucking summer once.
That's cool.
And yeah, it was Rob Abbott who was doing the bookings for DJs for it. He got in contact with me and was like, "Do you want to come down, play some bassline in an icebox?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Like, oh, that's so Sheffield. That fucking hell, man. I love Rob Abbott, by the way. Shout out to Rob.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Great guy. What was I going to say? There's some good news from Sheffield today.
Yeah.
My boss was in the office. Been in the office today. She went, "Fucking hell!" And I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" She's like, "A man has been keeping an alligator in Sheffield. He's been like taken down. I think this was in Maltby actually, in Rotherham, which is not in Sheffield.
Yeah,
really,
it's
is
close
it?
enough. Sheffield postcode.
But I was, considering the amount of XL bully attacks recently, Nobody's talking about alligators, are they?
You got it up, and well, I'll get it up now.
You getting it up on your phone?
Yeah, because you sent it in the chat, right?
Sheffield Star, but you won't be able to read it because Sheffield Star have got it fucking.
It's all fucking paywall.
They've got shit on lockdown now, mate, haven't they? So
this one is
they lure you in.
articles $4.99.
Anyone who pays to use the Star.
Yeah, they lure you in with this fucking headline.
No, yeah, we can't get access to it, mate.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the headline and I'm going to make the rest up as I go along.
Yeah,
so a man
liberty.
from Maltby in Rotherham has kept an alligator in his house and it's eaten a kid.
Oh shit!
So, I just said I was going to make the rest up.
True.
So
that's true.
Yeah,
it's facts.
Yeah, that's it.
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah.
You come to this podcast for facts.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's eating a child.
One thing I will say as well, mate, is there's been another XL bully attack.
Well,
Listening to the news yesterday, Warrington, man dead.
Jesus.
2 XL bullies destroyed.
At the start of this podcast, Luke, it's a running joke that we, for some reason, XL bullies, because you've always been a little bit scared of dogs, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not a dogsman. You're not a dogsman.
I'm a cat person.
You're a cat
I am a cat person.
I'm
but I would
indifferent
like
to
a dog.
dogs.
I mean, yeah, I love, yeah,
But
I
I
would have a
fucking love
dog.
cats.
Yeah.
I love cats. I've got
Dave's
2
a cat
cats.
person, but he kisses dogs, basically.
And before this podcast started,
with tongues.
I was like, oh, it's kind of a tripe to say, like, because XL bullies are quite dangerous. And then you're like, oh, well, it's actually how you raise them and things like that. But then during the whole podcast, we've done it like a year now.
Yeah.
I actually started researching XL bullies. And there is a correlation between them being quite to the point where I'm like, okay, I can't really defend them anymore.
No,
I
this is
think
a murder machine.
They're quite an aggressive breed.
It came up
And
on
there's
this
been
podcast because in the local park that I take my kid to, for a while there were a spate of attacks on the play equipment, and XL bullies were chewing the swings to bits. Somebody was training a bully basically on this swing. Jesus. And then the local council said after a while, they were like, we're not going to replace these swings anymore. So there was sort of local vigilante justice in a group I'm in called Levy Dads, which is like the dads from the local area.
Well, Levenshulme, is that?
Yeah. So they were all like basically keep vigilante watch over who's destroying our parks. I don't know if they were like full on pitchforks and stuff, but there were levels of patrols and eventually the XL bully training stopped. But then there is also another bit in my park where there's a like exercise area where there's like weights and stuff, and that's been chewed to shit, mate. So it's either alligators or XL bullies, one of the two. But also,
mate, honestly, there is a thing. I was joking, going, "Oh, it's the way it's how you bring it up."
It's
but
the owners. It's the owners. But I think they are actually killing machines.
They are actually
another
fucking machines, dude.
Another one falls. Another man, 72-year-old man, killed by 2 XL bullies. Gone.
Done.
Another man gone.
Fucking hell, man.
Another one fallen. Well, this has got nothing to do with XL bullies, but it's similar. Have you seen the artist Pitbull has been touring the UK?
I've not.
That people are going wild for him, mate. And I'm thinking that as there's the big Pitbull hype at the minute, there's definitely the space in the market for a Pitbull tribute act. And of course,
called XL Bully.
I would like to be called the XL Pitbull.
Yeah,
XL Pitbully. And
I mean, you got the head for it.
I'm throwing myself out there as the UK's #1 tribute act to Pitbull.
Do it.
XL Pitbully.
It wouldn't be out of pocket for you either.
Dally.
No, you'd have to come with a slightly different one, like
Mr. Worldwide.
Mally. Like, not Mr. World.
No, you've got to do his words, haven't you? Exactly.
But you can't take him because he's going to sue you.
Yeah, like a Rotherham accent. I'm not going to take him. It's a tribute, mate. It's a tribute. I'm going to shoot the advert for after this.
Oh,
shoot
that'd
the
be
advert for
fucking
after
sick.
this.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can be my DJs, or maybe we can put together some kind of live set. You and Josh.
Yeah.
Can help me with put together some lights.
Can we like do a chiptune version?
A chip? Oh, mate.
Yeah,
just a weird.
All my beats are made of chiptune.
Yeah,
that would be sick. Chiptune XL.
But they're versions of like
XL Pitbully.
Pitbull songs. They're different versions.
Well, it's just Pitbull songs, but in a chiptune style.
Sung in Yorkshire accent.
Yeah, it's sung in a Yorkshire accent. Yeah.
Weird act.
Yeah.
Tour the UK doing that.
Tour the whole UK. Yeah, there's going to be demand for it for sure.
But in really obscure small towns.
Yeah. Oh my God, like mining, old mining
Chapel in the
communities.
Frith and stuff like that.
Yeah. Fuck, that'd be sick.
Or find all the rude ones like Penistone.
Oh mate, how many rude place names are there in the UK?
Scunthorpe.
Yeah, putting the cunt in Scunthorpe. Yeah, Penistone. I'm sure there's somewhere called Piss as well.
Yeah,
but that might not be in the UK.
Crotch Crescent.
Crotch Crescent.
These are genuine places. Rudest street names in the UK. There's Crotch Crescent. I was just going to say there's Crotch Crescent, Dick Place, Spanker Lane, Titty Ho.
There's Bell End somewhere.
Is there Bell End somewhere?
Yeah,
Nice.
there's probably a few Bell Ends. Yeah.
Fanny Street, Willie Lane,
There's a place in Plymouth.
Cumming Street.
There's a place in Plymouth called the Hoe,
Nice.
which I know about, which is like a part of it was the Plymouth Hoe.
The Ho.
Yeah.
You could do a European tour. There's plenty of places over there.
Oh, mate, this is a very rude
There's a
place
ski
in
resort
Germany.
called Wank.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
XL Pitbully plays Wank.
Come to Wank.
Yeah. Hey guys, come see my tour show in Wank.
Put on the entire festival called Wank Fest.
We was going to come up with a festival, wouldn't we? When Depressed CEOs gets big, with called the Deprestival.
Yes,
that's great.
yes, Deprestival. Fuck, I forgot about that. Basically, we come up with. I mean, you've listened to the podcast before, I know, because you've told me. But we've come up with so many business ideas and like get rich quick schemes on here that we're really kind of we've put lots of stuff out into the world. And if somebody uses it before we do, I'll be quite upset.
Bound to happen.
I've got some I'm working on at the moment, actually.
Go on, tell us.
So we can nick it.
Yeah.
So I was meant to go to this thing on like Valentine's Day called speed hating. It's like speed
Ooh.
dating, but you sit and you just moan at the other person for like 3 minutes, and then you switch to the next person. And you might meet someone who's really cool, and you get on with or something you like.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking. I was like, you know what? There could be an app for that. And so like Tinder or something like where you match based on like mutual sort of
Hatred.
likes and things like that. But no, yeah, you match on hatred, like things that you really don't like. And I was going to call it Abhor.
Wow.
Wow, man.
And I've like legitimately looked into doing it, like checking out all the like legalities of it, like data storage and like matching all like safety protocols. And I chatted to my mate who's an app developer, and he was like, "Yeah, once I've got some free time, like I reckon that's a sick idea."
Holy shit! So we're looking at the.
We were joking, but that's a genuine.
We're looking at the CEO of a very depressing app.
Yeah,
Abhor.
yeah,
Can we be your first sponsor?
yeah, sure.
Yes, we would.
There we
love-
go.
I'd
We're
love
getting in the door.
Yeah, I'd
I can't
love
remember
to.
what, they had a tagline for it as well. That was
Yeah, let's call
genius.
it speed hating.
Yeah.
Because it's like you do connect through hate, right? There is a lot of like there is like a bonding in hating the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's have a
Maybe
look.
ChatGPT can help us.
Yeah. Have you got your tagline?
I'm going to try and find it.
That's amazing, man.
Jesus.
I feel like Depressed CEOs podcast could get behind that for sure.
Imagine your profile, like what we would say, like
A
hates.
match made in hell.
Oh, wow. That's actually amazing.
That's sick, man.
So what's your profile look like? You'd just be like, David hates.
I guess you
and
could
just-
post like a picture of yourself and then pictures of stuff that you hate. And
Yeah,
then
well, what's on yours? I know.
I hate Jesus,
I know the
man.
top
I
one
don't
is
know.
James Corden.
yeah,
Oh, there we go.
I'd like to say
Do you share the hate with James Corden?
I've heard he's a massive twat.
I don't know what. Honestly, before
like- he's
all
a
that
big
even came out, I was looking at him. I was like, I don't trust you,
It's a
man.
big thing on like Reddit.
yeah.
There was
Loads of
I saw
stories
this.
coming out of people hating James Corden, and like anytime there's a thread like what celebrity do you dislike, he gets fucking slammed in the comments.
Yeah. But I think he's an easy target as well because he's just kind of
Mate, yeah,
smarmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will say to you, David, is my kids got really into Sesame Street recently. We were watching an episode of it, and he's obsessed with this one episode where there's fucking loads of bubbles in it, and it's the only episode he'll watch. It has to be over and over again. And guess who's in it?
James Corden.
James fucking Corden.
in Sesame Street.
James Corden comes in. He sings the Rubber Ducky song. Rubber Ducky on my mind. Fuck you, James Corden.
See, you kind of
Fuck you.
you're sharing the hate now.
So after about 35 times of watching this episode in the last 2 weeks, I'm now starting to see James Corden and wanting to punch him in the tits.
I've
You're
influenced
getting
this
like
as well.
in your dreams and stuff.
He's not in my dreams, but he like sometimes I'll be humming the song in the bath, and when I'm humming the song, I'm seeing his stupid face. And then the singer Sia is also in it, and her version of the Rubber Ducky song is utterly unhinged. It looks like she's been out on a night out, done loads of crack, and then come into a Sesame Street record.
I'm gonna have to look at this.
It's wild, yeah. I'll show you after this. But
What would be our shared hates on there then?
Your top
Mine would be James Corden at the top.
Are we doing a dual profile? We're dating as for looking kind of.
No. Just your own.
Oh my. Okay. I thought it'd be quite nice to share a profile. We could be looking.
Not
for,
Post Malone anymore. You kind of turned the corner with him a little bit.
He sounds like a really nice guy.
He's a country star now. I just hated him when he was a mumble rapper.
Yeah.
I like him as a country
any
star.
mumble rapper.
Fred again, probably up there.
Yeah, you don't like Fred
Stick
again.
Fred again in there.
Does it have to be people? It could be anything.
Things, animals. Like
That's
my number one, penguins. I fucking hate penguins.
What is it about
It's a
penguins?
very controversial take, I know, and loads of people call it an irrational hatred, but it's not. It's very rational.
Tell us.
Where did
They're
this come
fucking
from?
stupid.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
they decide not only to stay on this fucking frozen wasteland of a continent or ice patch, they decide to. Right, yeah, sorry. I hate when I get going on penguins. All
No,
it takes is
let's go. Let's get it all out. Come on.
So they decide when they want to mate, when they like live near their food source, near water, like most of the time,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It's a bit dangerous because of all the fucking other
Predators.
animals that are trying to kill them. Yeah, but then they decide to walk like 100 miles for no fucking reason into the middle of this frozen wasteland where most of them are probably going to fucking die to have their kids. Where then one of them has to take it in turns to watch the kid, and the other one has to go another 100 miles back to get food and come back again. Why not just stay near the water and have
Yeah.
your kids there?
You fucking idiot penguin.
Yeah, they're stupid.
They remind me
And
of
then that
humans,
fucking
though, to be
Attenborough
fair.
show where they all got stuck down that ravine and all the camera crew started crying and dug them out. I was like, no, leave them to die. The fucking
So
the only one.
Do you like it when on Attenborough they just get destroyed by various big
Oh yeah,
animals?
there's a bit where a sea lion rips a fucking head off one, and I was like, yes, go sea lion.
Would you off all penguins?
Sorry,
Would you off all penguins if you could have?
not rock hoppers. They get a pass. They're cool.
Rock
they're
hopper
not idiots. They
penguins.
live in hot places and they don't go to stupid places to have their kids. They just chill where they live and eat food where there's no predators of them.
So it's their stupidity that make you're like, you fucking idiot.
They're that fucking stupid that I just really hate them.
It just reminds me of humans, though. I feel like there's a higher power sat there looking at humans going, they're just fucking stupid.
Oh, 100%.
Look at that one. He's just eating 16 donuts. He knows that that's going to cause him nighttime diarrhea, but he's just done it anyway. Look at that fucking stupid cunt. He's raising his kid in a council estate. What is he doing that for?
He's eating a pot noodle at 2 a.m. What the fuck?
Yeah,
90% of people are thick.
Yes.
Like they kind of
Yeah.
like moments of smartness. Like I can be like really smart, like 30 seconds a day. But the only problem is I don't get to pick the seconds and they're not consecutive.
That's such a fucking I could be really smart.
Yeah, that's
30 seconds a day,
such a wild, such a perfect statement.
It's true. I can spend most of the day walking around in a fucking like zombie-like state, and then suddenly just be like, come up with an idea for that fucking app.
Yeah,
and then,
bing.
and then 2 minutes later, I'm like drooling outside of a fucking mouth again.
There's genius in there. There's
Yeah.
genius in there. I see
But
it.
it just
mate.
needs to be regulated.
Mushrooms. Psychedelics will bring it out, dude.
Have you seen the term on? It's just like another Reddit term. People refer to like ginger cats as being like really stupid, and they say they've got one orange brain cell and they share it, and like they only have it for like a few minutes a day each, and it goes around.
Just
the
pass
planet.
it around themselves.
Yeah, 'Cause
Like cat
ginger
telepathy.
cats generally are pretty fucking stupid. Mine is a psychopath.
Do you have a ginger cat?
You've got a ginger cat.
Ginger cat and a black cat. The black cat's just a big fat fucking lazy idiot.
I have 2 black cats. Yeah.
Ginger cat.
You have had a ginger pussy in your time, though.
I have a yeah. All right, yeah. Let's say yes.
Yeah,
I'll just say yes.
one morning got woken up to these like really weird noises coming from like downstairs. Go down and he sat there looking like really smug with himself, like meowing. And next to him is like the tail, the back feet, the front feet, and the head of a rat, laid out perfectly anatomically of where they should be, and nothing in between.
Oh, just the body.
Like no body whatsoever, just the feet, the tail, and the head. But exact like head there, 2 front feet, 2 back feet, tail.
He's eating the body.
And he's eating the
But
body.
he's
eating
laid
body
out
and
the other
head.
parts in the right place.
I mean, that doesn't sound thick. That sounds.
It is, but it's
Sounds
psychopathic.
predetermined, yeah.
Yeah,
that
but
sounds-
it made me like look at that cat differently.
To be fair, our boy cat eats the head.
Yeah.
Of,
Apparently
and the eyes and the. I'm
It's
just like, what
one
the
of the
fuck?
tastiest bits, apparently.
Does it?
Interesting.
No, it came down like the other day, and he sat there again meowing, and I thought what was the dead rat was next to him, and then as I walked downstairs to get a bag to like take the rat out, it's like head twitched.
Oh
And he'd,
my
like-
god! Oh my god!
He'd paralyzed
freaked me
it.
out.
He'd
Oh my
paralyzed it,
God.
but
Fuck.
not killed it. And I was like, finish the job. Just look at him, and he just looked at me and fucking walked off.
You can.
Did you
sort this
finish
out,
it?
Dad.
Did you finish it?
My stepbrother, I went back upstairs because I just went downstairs to use the loo. And I just wanted to get the fuck away from that situation. And then 2 minutes later, I hear thud, thud. And when I went downstairs later, I asked my stepbrother, I was like,
Did you kill the rat?
yeah, I was like, was the rat dead? And he's like, it was after a hammer.
Yeah,
Hammered it to death.
When I used to
Go on.
live with Taka,
Yeah.
our Brazilian housemate,
Taka.
he did it for me once, where our cat left. It was paralysed and it was like wriggling around.
Yeah.
And I was like, Taka's like, we're gonna put it out of its misery. And I was like, fine, okay. And I got the spade and I was gonna do it, just to fucking off its head.
The spade.
And I couldn't do it. I just was like, Taka, I can't do it. And he's just like, give me a man, I'll do it. And it just like a savage went bang.
That's like the scene in Sopranos, mate. It's like a scene out of Sopranos.
Yeah, just
What
he
the
offed
fuck?
it. It's his culture, man. He probably seen
It's
worse shit in
it's his
Brazil.
culture, Brazil. Yeah.
He's probably seen.
You know,
To be fair, I think he saw a man get shot. So
He was a rat as well.
He was a frit. He was a frit. Yeah.
I used to live in a house that had a really bad mouse problem, and once I fucking felt so bad afterwards. I saw one on the kitchen side, and I saw a pint glass, and just went to go and catch it, and caught it straight on its neck, and broke its neck, but it was still alive.
I thought you were going to
didn't know
say
what
you
to-
smashed the glass on its head.
Yeah,
like you
I
glass
tried to catch it with the intention of like releasing it
Yeah.
back into the wild.
It said you broke its neck.
I broke its neck, and I like panicked and didn't know what to do. And I was like, I've got a mercy killer. And I just swept it on the floor and fucking stamped on it. And afterwards, I was sat on the settee, just like traumatized, like, oh my god.
I'm a killer. I'm a killer. I'm a killer.
But I just kept sitting, just like, I had to do it.
I remember an ex-girlfriend of mine, she had a car. I didn't have a car at the time, and we did a gig. I did a gig somewhere, and she came with me, and then she was like, I'll drive you there and you can drive home.
Yep.
And on the drive home, it was quite rural, and she was like a big animal lover, borderline veggie, wasn't a veggie. And a rabbit just ran out in front of the car.
Yep.
And you can't avoid them. Once they run out, that's it. You just got it.
Yeah.
And I remember just running over this rabbit and it just flinging up in the air behind the car and like seeing it in the rearview mirror just land. And she was like, that was a rabbit, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah. Like, there's no fucking hiding what that was. And just a single tear rolled down her cheek. And I was like, a rabbit? Come on. Like, I was like, you can make a pie out of that. But yeah, you do feel quite bad when you murder an innocent.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, Dave does this for his cats. Do you get like stockings for your cat?
Yeah.
Not like sexy ones,
No.
like Christmas
Yeah.
Christmas stocking.
No, I don't get like Ann Summers for cats. No.
Yeah.
Another business idea.
Well, there you go. And Summers for cats.
And Summers, but for cats.
My cat's in heat.
Yeah,
It's and
sexy
Summers for
cat.
cats.
Yeah, Ginger one loves catnip. Fucking-
So you for Christmas you give your cat a bag, basically.
Well, yeah, you buy them
The
like
equivalent
from
of
pet
a
stores,
bag.
like already put together. So I got a couple of toys, like some
Yeah, catnips, they go wild for it, mate. They
Yeah.
love catnip. Sends
But it's
them
apparently like
west.
fucking a mix of like Coke and LSD for cats.
Sounds fun, man. Yeah.
It's a little festival
It
blowout.
like
isn't it?
hypes them up, but also proper like disorientates them, and they just do
Afterwards,
weird
they
shit.
crash a little bit. My
Oh, yeah,
cats are like,
yeah.
"Meh."
I mean, cats sleep fucking 20 hours a day anyway. So.
Cat naps. Yeah.
I don't think I ever nipped my cat, you know.
Oh, it's great.
I don't think I ever nipped it.
Some like react differently to it. So others, some can just roll around in it and like try and get the scent on them. Some start doing weird shit and like get the zoomies and like run around doing fucking backflips and shit like that.
Mine's more just they rub, like Monts and Boast, they'll just fucking want it. They're just
Rubbing.
like in their face and their eyes are just like fucking crack.
I had one once, one of my old cats. You'd give it catnip and it just start doing fucking forward rolls everywhere,
Shit.
just non-stop for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it ain't weird, Jim.
No, I'm not thinking it's weird, mate. I'm just asking other people that have cats, whether they do cat stockings.
We
for
do
their cats.
We
What
do
else do you do?
cakes.
You do
They're
cakes.
it's not weird, Jim. They'll start
Do you-
going into
Hold
all
on,
the
do
other
you-
things.
have you done a cake smash? Have you done a cake smash with a cat?
What's a cake smash?
Have you ever seen this? I think people do it with their kids. They get like if they have a baby, like a 1-year-old, they give them a cake and then they sit them down and they just put the cake in front of them and they just let them destroy the cake.
Oh wait, destroy the cake? No, they just eat. We do make.
I thought you were going to say they slam this 1-year-old's face.
That's what I
They
thought,
pick up
yeah.
their 1-year-old and they choke slam it into the cake.
That's what I thought you
like a
was
Steve
gonna say.
That'd be
Aoki
really fun.
style. Yeah, no. To be fair, my 2-year-old nearly has just stopped eating food and very close to choke slamming him into a cake. But that's fine. That's
Or any food, so he eats it. He's just fucking eat the food.
All the food that he has liked up until this point, and even good food, even like nuggets, pizza, everything like that, he's just decided in the last couple of weeks that he's learned the word no. So if you make him some food, he'll just go no, 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 and he won't eat it. And
Like
then
a French man.
And then you're like, what do you want?
Uh-huh.
And he'll point at something that's not there, want that, scream that he can't have it. You try and take him out of his chair, he won't let you take him out of his chair. He'll like just go rigid basically and not let you do anything. It's just
That's what I do when the police try to take me away.
yeah, exactly. Just scream it. It probably would be exactly like that because he's just going no, no, no. And then every now and then he goes, Leanne, hide the bag.
Hide the bag. Like, what bag? No bag.
Yeah, it's all we have, Karen.
It's like that scene from what is it in fucking Wolf of Wall Street where the boat's going down.
Yeah.
He wants to get high.
Give me the fucking loot. Give me the fucking loot. Yeah.
Just screaming.
I will not die sober.
I will not die sober. What a fucking film.
Yeah.
Do you have
not
any
seen
favourite
it.
film? Have you not seen that?
No. Oh yeah, I got definitely a couple of favourites.
Are you the same with films as you are with music? Are you quite niche? Do you like to go down film rabbit holes?
Yeah. But I like a mix. I like a lot of the classics, but I also like lesser known cinema. Try and go to the cinema quite a lot, actually.
Can
I
you
haven't
just do
been
us
to
a
cinema in a
favour?
while.
Could you just nudge that mic up a little bit, mate?
Yep.
Sorry, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
So my
droopy.
favourite film by far is In Bruges.
Oh,
with
With
Yeah.
Colin Farrell?
Colin
That's
Farrell.
a great film, to be
Yeah,
fair.
it's amazing. And I went to Bruges a couple of years ago, actually, and did like a little walking tour where you'd go to all the filming locations and stuff.
What did you think to Bruges?
Fucking amazing.
Did you go anywhere else in Belgium when you were there?
No, we were only there for a long weekend.
Oh, fair.
But then, like, on the opposite end of favourite films, it's Aliens, like, next. Like, specifically the second one. Fucking love it.
Nice, okay.
Have you
I
seen
don't
the
think I've
new
ever seen
one?
that.
What, yeah, Reverend.
Romulus.
Romulus, that's it. Yeah, it's actually really good.
I haven't seen the new one, but people say it's quite
It's good. It's better than Covenant.
Yeah,
Covenant was bad shit.
I did watch Covenant, and I was just like, nah.
I liked Prometheus at first, and then when I went back and watched it again, I was like, this is a lot of bullshit.
Prometheus was odd. Again, I was a big fan of Aliens 1 and 2, and then, I don't know, I just fell off
3
for me a
was...
little bit.
Director's Cut 3 is really good. Alien Requiem, apart from that stupid fucking half human, half alien at the end, it's all right.
Yes, yeah, I remember that thing, yeah. What am I watching? What did I watch last night? when
You
it
guys
was
are
really
talking
late?
like another language to me right now. This is like listening to two.
Jim's favourite film
Guys
is
speak
The
French.
Full Monty.
Oh, yeah? It's a good film.
I was hoping.
There you go. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I've not seen it in ages. I've not
Fuck
seen it in
you,
ages.
John
There was an
Alien.
American version made, wasn't there?
Was there?
Do you know what? I don't know about this. There was an American version of the Full Monty.
Pretty
made.
sure there was. Let me
Oh,
try.
you
Let
could-
me fact
Yeah,
check myself.
No, let's do that. We got producer
I could do it.
and Luke. Yeah, we go fact checked. But I mean, I don't like the American versions of many things.
Nope.
The Office maybe is an exception to that because I refer to it as the American Office, but it's not. And Dave once said to me, "Oh, you're one of them, are you? You call it the American Office?" I'm like, "There's can you differentiate it from the Office?"
Yep.
But the American Shameless.
Oh god, it's awful.
Yeah, I really wasn't into that. Loads of people that I know though like it, and I previously kind of considered their tastes quite good
Yeah.
until they told me that, and then went, oh
The worst is the American Inbetweeners.
my god.
It's so bad.
Oh
not
my
even
God.
so bad. It's like good. It's just terrible.
There's some programs as well that they tried to make an American Peep show, didn't they?
Yeah, that didn't
And
work.
the trailers for that are, or the pilots for that even are on YouTube. You
Yeah.
can watch it.
It did. It never made it past the pilot.
Yeah, but it is god awful.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There is an American
the
Full Monty.
The only thing I can find is the real Full Monty
Yeah.
American TV special.
Yeah. That's
the
one
thing,
thing.
is it? Yeah, it came out in 2024, like last year.
It was a big hit on Broadway as well, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't Broadway. Maybe it was the West End in
yeah,
London.
maybe.
Well, back in the day, the Full Monty. You're talking
There's a stage. There's a stage version of the Full Monty. So after the film was first, and then they inspired a stage version. I've seen it in Sheffield on stage. Very good.
I
Very
want to
good.
see the.
In fact, I DJ'd the after party for it. It was sick.
That's sick. I want to see. Whenever you talk about stage films, I often think of What is it? The Matt Stone and Trey Parker one where they did it on stage.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
I've
It's
not
amazing.
seen it. I need to see
So
it.
good.
Yeah, go and see it. It's sick.
I've seen it twice and fucking side splitting, laughing both times.
Thing I've been 5 times now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was in Manchester a few years ago, and I went with my mates because they got tickets, and then my wife wanted to go and see it because she's never seen it and got jealous when I went to see it because she got FOMO. So I was like, I'll just get us tickets and we'll go next week.
Yeah.
And they were doing these like mad tickets where they were like not selling out. So they were like, oh, price drop tickets, like tickets are a tenner or whatever.
Fucking hell.
And you're right at the top, but it doesn't matter because you can see the
Yeah,
whole
if you can
fucking
see.
thing.
It's fun.
But yeah,
I'll
no,
have to go
it's
watch
great,
it for
man.
sure. Yeah.
I've seen it in London. I've seen it in Manchester. Brilliant show. Really,
Yeah,
really funny.
It's hilarious.
Really, really funny, man. For sure. What else have you been up to, Luke? In terms of because I wanted to talk to you about ramen.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still chefing? You still doing your?
I've not done the
your
pop in a while, but I'm still making it at home plenty.
because you're quite into your food in general.
Yeah, but ramen specifically, so much so that I got it tattooed on me. That, and chicken wings and chilies. That's
So
my-
you have all your favourite things tattooed on you.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that arm, I've got a bowling ball, I've got a Morris dancing stick, I've got a Voltec low from Fallout. Like,
Right,
I'm
wait.
getting more done,
So
a dancing
Morris
stick.
dancing.
They like my dad and mum like, is big in my family. basically.
Okay.
I fucking genuinely like Hannah and I fucking love Morris dancing. I think it's absolutely vibes.
You're from a family of Morris dancers.
Yeah, and folk musicians. So
Mega. Okay.
yeah, I had no choice but to get into it. But I know a lot of people think it's weird and hate it. But
Well,
I fucking love it.
tell us more about it because I don't know that much about Morris dancing.
There's like loads of different regional versions, and like towns and cities have their own teams who will practice a certain version of Morris dancing.
Okay.
And it's all steeped in various traditions. And
Where
it's got-
where does it stem from originally?
You know what? I should know that, but I don't really. It's just
It's not. Is it like it's not like an Irish thing or a Scottish
no,
thing?
no. It's very much English.
It's
Morris
an
dancing. Yeah, yeah.
Morris dancing. It's an English thing.
Yeah.
But then so how did you learn because your parents were doing it as a kid?
I didn't really learn to do it, but I, as a kid, got to travel the world with them because they competed at like folk competitions around the world. So
Holy shit!
I've been to like
Okay.
Ecuador and shit like that with them. and,
You've
like,
been to Ecuador Morris dancing competition.
Ecuador Folk Festival, yeah.
Ecuador. Fuck me,
I spent
man.
like 3 weeks there, like staying at fucking military bases of all places. It was very fucking mad experience.
Holy shit!
And yeah, I got to go to like the Amazon jungle and fucking loads of cool shit.
Just what were you doing in the Amazon jungle? Just
Just go
listening
and
to
walk around.
folk and
Yeah.
Morris dancing.
Yeah, got fucking bit by a fire. And,
Sorry, what?
yeah, fucking,
Right. Okay. There's things going on here. There's things popping off in my brain.
I just googled it. It says connected. According to some, Morris dance is connected to dance traditions from Druidic times. Druidic times. For others,
Druidic
it comes from a
times.
court dances that were first performed in Italy and were then embraced in English courts. I don't know.
cool.
That's
Okay.
what's Google saying there.
So I forgot where we got there from, but it was the ramen tattoo.
Oh yeah.
So you've got a collection of tattoos or things that mean a lot to you. But can you talk a little bit about ramen? Because I know you were running a pop-up shop
I was, yeah.
or
There's,
pop-up cup restaurant for it.
so everyone just assumes ramen is just noodle soup and it's just a generic kind, but it's like so more complicated than that. There's so many different variations, and like each bit of Japan has its own like kind of style of ramen.
Have you been to Japan?
I have. It's fucking amazing. Went with Harley, actually. He was playing a couple of shows over there and said, do you want to come along? I was like, fucking yeah, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And,
So and before that, you were already a fan of ramen.
oh, yeah, massively.
So when you were going out there, because I know sometimes when you come to Manchester or whatever, you do quite a lot of foodie stuff. You seem to plan your sort of trips around restaurants and stuff. So had you researched good ramen places in Japan
there
when
was
you
a
went
couple,
out
yeah,
there?
that I wanted to check out that we did.
What,
Really good.
any recommendations for anybody listening?
I definitely, after the podcast, I'm going to grab some recommendations off.
Yeah,
I'll
for
have
sure.
to do some Googling and check them because I can't remember the names of most of them. Pudu is like a chain, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's same with Ishiran. It's basically, though, you can just walk around and just see a ramen shop and just pop in. Like,
Yeah.
we went and the place we were staying the first night, and we're like, we really fancy a bowl of ramen. It's been like a 20-hour flight.
Wow.
And they were like, up the road, Fuji ramen, they'll sort you out. And it was one of those ones where you
Nice.
go in and it's a vending machine where you choose which one you want, and then you give the ticket to the person behind the counter.
Futuristic shit,
Yeah.
man. They're doing.
Oh god, the
they're
vending machines over there are amazing. The one that was in
they're
our
doing life
hostel,
different over there, man.
it sold beer, it sold hot food. everything. You can get like takoyaki and a fucking ice cold beer out of the same vending machine. It's amazing.
Sick, yeah.
And then what blows my mind is at my garage there's a Costa machine that does hot coffee and iced coffee, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I say,
is there anywhere where I can go and make my own ramen that's like close to Japan, like if the ingredients or ramen? I don't know.
or anywhere in Sheffield that you found that does something?
There's nowhere in
closest to the
Sheffield that
authentic?
is like really good for ramen, but there's loads of places in the UK that are.
Yeah.
So Manchester's got shoyu, cocktail beer, ramen and bun, and Tokyo ramen.
I think cocktail beer, ramen, and buns gone, mate. To be fair,
to be
sorry
honest,
to
that
break
was
your
the
heart.
worst of the three anyway. But Tokyo ramen and shoyu are basically really good.
Nice.
There's two places in London that are like the best I've had outside of Japan.
Yeah.
One's called Monohon, and it's on Old Street near the Barbican, and absolutely amazing. And then the other one's called Menya, and it's like relatively new. And they do like 1 to 3 level of spice on the menu, and I turned up and was like, I want to hit like level 5, and they were like, no, you don't.
No, I do.
Now I definitely
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and they were like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm an idiot. Give me." He brings it out, and it's like fucking neon red. Puts it on the table.
you can always tell
Oh
when
my-
it's like a deep, like red. Right?
Yeah,
Where
and
it's
he
like-
puts it on the
God.
table, and he stands next to me, and I'm like waiting for him to like walk off because he served me, and he's just, I'm like, "You're right." He's like, "I want to watch you eat the first few bites." I'm like, "Okay, fine, have it." And he's like, "You actually like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's right nice." He just walks off laughing, saying, "You're crazy." And I see the chef poking his head out of the kitchen, watching me do the same. And then I
so does
went-
it not
So
affect you?
have you got-
You
you got
okay?
high spice tolerance kind of
I've got
thing?
a fucking really high spice tolerance.
Mine's
Yeah.
not high.
I love it.
I love
And
it.
I'm
but, like, I don't.
blessed with like no bad after effects. I don't get
So
like
you-
stomach cramps. I don't get any burn on the all the
Anus.
way.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But it does. It burns going in.
Yeah,
it
but
gets
not,
you
not
fucking
coming
high
out.
as shit when it.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Is like the high of like a really like spicy like hot food.
Yeah.
I do like it, but like I can't do it anymore. Like as I get older, my stomach is just.
So-
I'm unfortunately I get the shit.
If anything, I'm getting worse.
So we were talking about this as well. Dave has a penchant for 2 a.m. noodles, and it's always the Bombay Bad Boy.
This is
Although-
going to
although
really
it's
this
a
is
new-
going to offend you. Like
Is a
but
new version.
I like pot noodles.
He's a new version of a
I
man.
bought,
He's Dave
like-
Vaughan at 7.0 now.
pot noodle for me. A Bombay Bad Boys. That's my.
I take the beef and smart one and then like add loads of shit to it.
Oh shit! So you jazz up a pot
Like,
noodle?
Jazz up pot noodles, yeah. Like a bit of curry powder, some hot sauce, bit of hendos, like garlic
You
granules.
custom a pot
You
noodle,
put
man.
hendos in there. Interesting.
I'm from Sheffield. I put hendos on everything.
To be fair, man,
I gave you a bottle of that Hendo's,
I'm
right?
getting through it. I put
his first
hendos
bottle.
in tomato sauce.
Yeah.
That's
Put
nice.
in
It gives it like a
everything.
nice little-
anything savoury. Hendos. Doesn't matter what.
Hey, it's sick.
Hendo's on a pickled egg for me. Love Hendo's on a pickled egg.
Yep. I would love
Um,
to try an egg pickled in hendos.
Mate,
Mate,
I had
have you-
hendos
so-
this morning on eggs, like scrambled eggs, hendos on top of
Yeah,
it.
it's
Ooh.
really good on cheese on toast.
Mushrooms cooked in Henderson's as
Yeah.
well. If you fry mushrooms, Henderson's relish in the pan. Mushrooms
I throw
fried.
my bacon in it.
Mwah. Oh my god!
Bacon.
Right, here's a question for you. Then, have you done Hendo's ramen, or would it not
I
work
have,
flavor
yes.
wise?
So when we were originally talking about it, I was saying all the different varieties and that.
Yeah,
Like when you're making like an authentic bowl of ramen, you start off with what's called a tear, which is like seasoning for the broth.
yeah.
And then you have your broth, and then there can be different kinds of broths. So like tonkotsu's pork bone broth, chintan and paitan are like chicken broths, and different ways of making them. And then you have your aroma oils, and that's what like creates the general overall flavor.
Okay.
And so you got the main four are miso, tonkotsu, shoyu, and shio. And shoyu is like a soy sauce based like tear seasoning. But I made it with hendos, like the hendos reduction. It was fucking amazing.
Mate, my knowledge on anything is never in this much detail. How do you retain all this information? The names of restaurants and all that sort of stuff, man. Fuck. So right,
An obsessive personality.
mate. it's-
I'm obsessive, but I
I'm
can't.
so
I can't remember.
I'm so impressed, and
Chains
with
like
that
that,
being
though, to be fair.
with that being Japanese as well, I wouldn't remember the names. I'd get it all
Chains
wrong.
like that, he can just recall shit. Like some who have like good memory recall.
Yeah.
I have terrible memory recall.
Yes.
like remembering
I've-
restaurant names like menu is easy because menu means noodle house in Japanese. So
But-
it's
but-
literally called menu noodle house. So it's noodle house, noodle house.
But it's Japanese.
Yeah, but I've been learning Japanese.
Wait, you've been listening.
Mate, this guy, man, has like so many strings to
box
his
of
bow.
tricks.
You-
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm doing very good at it, but I can like read the two main alphabets like hiragana and katakana. So I could see a sign in like Japanese. I could tell you what it says in the Japanese word, but then not know what that word means.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that, but mate, that's better than me.
But yeah,
Like,
I can like get by like very basically, but I'm going to try and learn more because I want to go back.
So let's talk about for the people that don't know who you are or whatever, and people that even do that maybe not know you did this. So you got to the point where you were making a lot of ramen, so decided to do sort of pop up.
Yeah, so I was doing pop-ups in Sheffield where it was like 50 people, kind of 50 servings, and I'd make it all fresh on the day, like including noodles and everything.
Where did you do those?
It was at Cole's Corner.
Nice, yeah.
And then we had a bit of a falling out, me and Nicole, over it.
Oh.
So I'm not doing it there anymore. I'm going to try and find somewhere new.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't go into the details.
Yeah. No, that's fine. These things happen.
But yeah, it was very fucking stressful, but very fun. Made a bit of money on it.
So is chefing something that you'd ever go into, or is it like just something that you like to do for enjoyment and you'd like to keep it that way?
Yeah, enjoyment, because pretty much every chef I've ever spoken to about it said, don't fucking bother. It's horrible. Yeah, and every chef I know is at some point being an alcoholic or coca or both.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've known chefs and can confirm.
Yep.
It's the lifestyle, man. It's like it's so stressful. My missus watches what is it?
MasterChef?
No, we're on the sea.
Gordon Ramsay.
No,
Below Deck.
Below Deck, and there's a chef on there. This girl, and she's
banging that
crazy. I've been getting into it, even though I'm like, this fucking piece of shit. Then I sit down, I'm like, so who's who? And I start to get into it. Going back to chefs, man. Chefs are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think like you either end up burning out because of it and like quitting
long
it as a
hours
career, or you manage to get your shit under control and actually like get to a level where it's not that fucking soul destroying and like killing you. So like if you get to like
top chefs break through
like
the barrier, don't
chef,
they?
like kind of thing.
I guess a pop-up is a nice way of having a toe in the pool, though, isn't it? Did you what was I going to say? Like, is there kind of a community of people that are into that, or is it just like you got a bunch of mates?
But it's sold out every single time.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Which I was quite surprised at.
You ever thought of doing like a collab with like are there local people that could do ingredients or something like that?
Yeah, so my friend Alex Koo, who runs Koo's Hot Sauce, give him a nice plug.
Shout out to Koo's Hot Sauce.
Yeah, me and him were going to do a collab like ramen pop-up where he was going to like make a sort of spicy base for the ramen.
Oh, dope.
How long does it take to make a bowl of ramen real quick?
Fucking hell. How long's a piece of string? It depends on what kind. Like, if you want to make a tonkotsu broth, you're talking minimum like fucking 20 hours boiling pork bones.
Oh my god! No, I need something quick.
Something you can make it in an hour, 2 hours.
If you got like, so if you wanted to make like one of the simplest ones is like shoyu, and if you get like a nice chicken stock, like I'll make one yourself. Doesn't have to be like anything fancy, just like chicken wings, like some onions, garlic, ginger, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Boil that for like a couple hours or something. And then just get like a few different kinds of soy sauce, so like a dark one, a sweet one, and a light one. You put like a tablespoon of each in the bottom of the bowl. Then you pour the broth on, then you put your noodles in. You can buy like decent ramen noodles from like the Asian supermarkets.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to do this.
Soft boiled an egg. So like small egg, 5.5 minutes. Then put it into ice water to stop it cooking. Peel it when it's dry, and then soak it in a mix of like mirin, sake, and soy sauce and water, like equal parts for like a few hours to marinate.
Oh fuck!
Then you can cook like pork belly or whatever to go with it.
Do you know what I'm gonna do
green
first?
Onions.
I've never really properly had ramen. I've always wanted to like.
I've got two.
Go in. So I need to go to a place and I'll eat it.
I've got two really simple, easy, and quick to make ramen recipes that I typed up for Google Drive, so I'll pass them in.
Oh, amazing! We'll tag them in. Do you mind us tagging them in
of course, man,
this episode? This is Luke's simple ramen recipe.
Yeah,
it's available in the description.
One's like a spicy pork one, and one's like a really garlicky one.
Nice. One thing I'll say about ramen: the first time I ever had it was in Berlin. I met another friend, another Liam, out in Berlin, and he took us to a ramen gaff, and I ate the ramen and I shit myself violently after eating it, and it wasn't a good poo. It was a very wet poo, and I've had it tentatively since then, and every time, same result. I shit my back out every time I have it. So I don't know what it is in the ramen that makes me shit. Maybe I'm eating too much of the broth.
I mean, you meant to finish the entire bowl. Because you can do this thing in like, if you know a ramen restaurant is like legit if it's got this thing called kadema on the menu.
Right.
Which is basically just an extra portion of noodles that they just come and put in your bowl.
Oh, shit. So what you got, yeah.
So because like, a lot of people in Japan will just like demolish noodles straight away and then like drink the broth and eat the toppings, and then they'll ask for that if they've got broth left. Some people drink the broth first and then eat stuff afterwards. I'd like mix.
I love the taste. It's like a soupy, spicy, delicious treat.
Goodness, yeah.
But then I do explode from my anus. I wonder what that is. I wonder if now I will be different because
It could be the richness of the broth.
It could be, So maybe my body's just not used to rich food.
Mine's getting worse for rich food.
I'm eating too many fucking ultra processed bullshit things. Maybe I need to train my gut.
You can have a soul pack with me, mate, if you want.
Yeah, can we have a soul pack?
Yeah.
Eat more blue cheese because blue cheese makes me shit myself.
I love blue cheese, man.
I fucking adore blue cheese.
Blue cheese is sick.
I mean, a blue cheese sauce, a good blue cheese sauce.
On chicken wings.
But if I'm having that, I know that I'm in for a time of pain. I will eat it regardless, but I know that like
it's one of those ones where it's a treat and like I've got to know that I'm not going to be not near a toilet.
Yeah, well, I used to
you have to plan it out.
I used to DJ at a venue called Blues Kitchen in Manchester, and they give you like a menu at the start of the night. What do you want? And one night I used to get like the burger every time. It's a safe bet. And then one night
like risking it.
One night I went, do you know what? Fucking give me them chicken wings.
You felt like risking it, didn't you?
Give me them chicken wings and the blue cheese dip.
Yeah.
I stood there DJing going,
How long does it take for your stomach to turn it around?
Always quick. It's always quick.
Mine's always at night, man. I'll eat something.
I think it's a mental thing as well. I think I know that it's in there and I'm like, oh, it's going to come out.
You got to avoid it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there was a period where I thought I was allergic to eggs for it, because anytime I ate eggs, I'd just be fucking right ill for like an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
And then it just seemed to go away. But I kept like food diary and everything, and it was like, yeah, I've eaten eggs, I'm ill.
I think
eggs, ill.
That's it. There's a mental link with stuff as well. Like a lot of IBS is complete mental stuff.
It's weird because last night I watched how you can fry an egg in like 20 different ways.
Yeah.
I just watched that. That's just shit. That's the shit I watch.
How to fry an egg in 20 different ways.
I was fucking gutted as well because I thought like, this is it. I'm allergic to them for the rest of my life because I fucking love eggs.
Yeah,
I love eggs.
I love eggs, man.
That eggs is a new thing for me as well. As a child, I never ate them, but then I grew up and I just now.
I've always eaten them. Like eggs and soldiers is one of my favourite things.
Have you seen the omuri rice?
What?
The omuri rice? Is it omuri rice?
Oh,
Omuri
the
rice.
Japanese one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird like fluffy omelette thingy.
I tried doing that like twice, and it's just fucking so hard where you got to like lay it on top of the rice and then slice it.
Yeah, we got off like a special pan to make it as well, apparently.
You
really?
even started a YouTube channel just so you could film videos of you.
I did it twice on
rice.
YouTube on the shorts. I said it was omuri rice at the start. I always pronounce it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's omuri rice.
Omuri rice, yeah.
Omuri rice. It's so hard to like pronounce. But yeah, I did like 2 videos, and the second one got like 7K views or something.
Okay.
But then I stopped because I'm like an idiot because I wanted to like film my like whole progression from like nothing to like getting to the point where I'm like it slices open. It looks so good. And then you got that like sauce that looks like it's like gravy but not.
Yeah, it's like it's like a fucking super sweet like concentrated brown sauce.
Okay, I've never tried it. I only did like the base of because I needed to get the thing down, so I just didn't bother making the sauce. I just kind of had it egg on rice and it was fine, and I'd put a little bit of spices on there. But
yeah, I always thought about doing like a few cooking like YouTube stuff, and then I just realised there's so many other fucking people doing it.
It doesn't matter though. You just got to do it better. Or do it a different way. To be fair,
I've come up with so many fucking project ideas over the years that I've just never seen through.
Hello, same
That's
here.
that proper tickle me, man.
But I'm determined to do this app, like this, like that one day.
The app you should follow.
If I fucking
Luke.
got rich off an app where you hate stuff, it'd be like me all over.
That's the mate. You got to do it.
Made in Sheffield, everybody.
You'll literally do it.
Yeah, made in Sheffield, everybody. Get on this app. It's gonna be sick. Can you make it as well so you don't just have to use it for dating? Can you make it?
So you make friends and shit.
Yeah, make friends, because I know that they have
whole social media around hate.
Yeah, well, we were talking just before the pod, and you said you've been doing a little bit of dabbling in the dating scene with dating apps.
Yeah. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Have you been on a date yet?
Yeah. One of them was that one that ended very badly.
Okay, so the ones ended badly. But I mean, what apps are popping at the minute? Because I met my wife on on Tinder.
So I'd been like pretty much long-term relationships for the past like 19 years, like solidly.
Yeah.
So I'd missed the entire like online dating thing. So I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. I thought it was just Tinder.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I just heard that everywhere. There's fucking loads.
There's like Hinge and
Bumble, fucking
Bumble.
Facebook have now added a dating feature.
Have they?
Yeah.
What's
the
Facebook
one-
dating?
Yeah. If you go on
Holy
Facebook on the
fuck.
app now, look at the bottom where it says like marketplace and stuff. The middle
Oh,
bit
you
says
put
dating.
yourself on Marketplace.
No, you got basically, you're putting yourself out like cattle.
Well, I could imagine the
But,
Facebook was
14,000 previous users.
But the Facebook one, it's got two options. It's got one for like dating and one for friendship. So you can
Oh,
actually go on
fuck.
like advertise that you want friends.
Oh, friendship.
Oh my god! I thought
That's both like cute and sad at the same
Innit?
time.
Like,
well, there's loads of. I feel like if you relocate to a new city and you just follow a job or
Yeah,
something.
to be fair, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I could have done with that when I first moved to Leeds. I knew nobody, and I was just terminally lonely. And then ended up leaving and moving somewhere else where I knew more people, and that was loads better.
You just go out, don't you?
Well, yeah, but you go
I'm a
out.
bit of a hermit.
You
I
go
don't
out and
wanna
then you
fucking
just
see
sat there on
anyone.
your own in a pub and you're like, hello, talking to people. What would you do? What would you do if you were sat with like two of your mates and there's just a man in the corner going, hello, I'd like to make new friends, please.
It's
best
depends.
is fun.
You just have fucking no, not today, mate.
I think
You're all
the best
right.
thing is try and find like a hobby group of something you're interested in.
There you go.
D&D.
That yeah,
I
that's,
fucking love D&D.
Yeah, boy.
you two are gonna like kiss after this, aren't you? Yeah, fucking hell, I can see the magic.
What was your
in the
first
air.
D&D character?
Drow Rogue.
A rogue. You're a rogue boy.
Yeah, Drow Rogue Assassin, who was like a
Nice.
fucking glass cannon.
That's fucking fire.
It
I was a
everyone hated him.
yeah.
So I was
I
playing
could
him as
imagine.
like neutral evil, like he's a fucking drow. Like,
Yeah.
but the reason I picked it is because we're doing fucking this campaign called Curse of Strahd, where it's like perpetually like overcast, so no sunlight, so you don't get any of the disadvantages.
Oh
of being
shit.
drow.
Yeah.
And at
I
one
was,
point, one of the big bosses turned up, and my character was like hiding fucking miles away. Got him with the fucking assassinate, like sneak attack fucking thing. Just killed him in one shot.
fantastic. Do you watch Critical Role at all?
Oh yeah, a bit.
A bit. They're starting a new campaign soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the new campaign. Problem is,
I'm
when
going to do the edit where I'm just slowly zooming in on your face. When you talk.
Why are you talking about this? Listen, I don't dislike D&D. It's just I don't know it deeply enough to. I know Critical Role's a YouTube channel. And
The biggest,
and-
probably.
Yeah, and
to do with D&D.
and that people watch it and spend hours watching it. And I've played D&D before, and I enjoyed my time doing it.
You can do one shots if you don't want to get into
Yeah,
like
if
a
you don't
heavy
wanna-
campaign. I was going to do a
why
one
does it
shot,
all
but it's so.
why does it all just have like such technical jargon?
to be honest, so, like once you
It's not
played it-
really.
No,
Once you
once
get
you play
into
it
it,
for a while,
why
it's
is it
actually
called a-
loads more simple than you think it
Why is
is.
it called a one shot?
Because it's just
one day.
Because JLS.
You don't have to commit.
You only
Like
get one shot.
no, because like campaigns can last years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Like years.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if
we're
you've got a
talking
group
like,
who's flaky and can't meet like regularly.
exactly
oh,
that.
we did it. So what? Like when you do
one shot's like an afternoon.
yeah,
it's
or
like a
you-
one
oh,
shot.
oh, ours was an hour. Ours
Oh,
was an
Jesus,
hour,
that's
an
a-
hour
that's
of-
That's nothing.
That's
Can't even
nothing.
make a character in that time.
My first character was I was a orc transsexual bard. And I just flirted with everybody,
Yeah.
man, woman.
Well,
like,
Bard's gonna bard.
Bard's gonna bard. Exactly that, yeah.
I mean, it feels like a reflection of real life, really.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like coming up with like really janky characters.
Do you like?
just
do
they're
you,
gonna be fun?
Do you multi-class? And,
Yeah.
yeah. Multi-class is fun.
Oh yeah,
Multi-class fun.
like I did a Goliath barbarian cleric recently.
Oh
He was
shit!
just obsessed with death. So it was death cleric and zealot barbarian, and I like picked all my spells because on like basically this is so fucking nerdy. I'm sorry.
Mate, I'm enjoying
Mate,
it.
Listen,
Jim's
listen, you're pitching it like I'm not enjoying this. I'm just letting you guys talk because this is your world and I'm just living in it.
But yeah, like picked all concentration spells because then you cast them, then you go into the barbarian's rage. And still,
yeah. Oh wait, and you concentrate at the same time.
yeah, because they
Fuck.
work still apparently, or they did in old fifth.
Have you ever played Baldur's Gate?
Oh fucking yeah,
Oh man,
so good. I played like the originals back in the day.
did you? Baldur's Gate 3 is
It's
just
amazing,
insane. It's just one of the I think in my top 5 games of all time.
I mean, I play loads of shit. I'm like master into tabletop, like so I do Warhammer, Magic the Gathering, fucking.
In Magic the Gathering, did you ever play Commander?
Yep, love it.
Fucking Commander was the best
Yeah.
form of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, and recently started playing this game called Blood on the Clock Tower with a group of people. It's really
You're gonna have to give me all the details of that. as
You
well.
guys are literally, you don't need Tinder, man. Like, this is your fuck.
I know,
up
I
right
do.
here. I was like, this is your hookup right here, baby.
I know, well, yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to fade out this door a little. Put the candles on.
I think you'd be good at D&D, man. You think what would you put Jim as?
You're good at playing characters.
Yeah, no, I
What class would he go? Do you think? If we could give him a class, Jim, what would we give him?
It's got to be bard, right?
Bard, you'd fit into a bard role, really.
Yeah.
Where you're just like buffing everybody playing a lute.
I've seen you act.
Buffing everybody, like what? Like
giving them, I don't know, like
covering people
bardic
in oil.
inspiration is one of the where you just play a song and then it gives them a buff of like.
You can play
that's
classes
nice.
and characters like different ways. You can have what's called like a tank, which is like, as it sounds, just a big fucking. Can take loads of damage and dish
You're just
loads
up
out.
front,
Then you get like support classes, which are like bards and clerics, which can heal people and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I'd like to heal people.
Clerics are fun.
Clerics are amazing.
Clerics are fucking awesome.
I made a Warforged forged cleric once, and its AC at level 1 was fucking 24.
What the fuck at level 1?
Yeah.
People listen. Like, what's an AC? An armor class?
I'm just listening. I'm just watching from one side
An
to the other.
AC is armor class. It's what you need to roll to even fucking.
See,
crit.
do you know what I mean? There's a lot of jargon that goes on back and forth that you just don't understand if you've never played D&D. Well, what I will say is when we're going to do a 24-hour podcast stream where we stay awake for 24 hours, stream live on YouTube and just see what goes on. Why we're going to try and get all previous guests in. To come and
would
visit.
you be a GM for
so
us?
what I would say is maybe you could come along and we could do a couple of things. We could eat a bowl of ramen, and we could play a game of D&D.
We could do.
And you can teach. You guys can teach me.
If you wanted a 24-hour stream, you could just do playing D&D.
24 hours. Yeah, but that's 24 hours of D&D. I mean, I want a little one shot. I want a little JLS at first.
We'd have to
campaign.
find a good GM. Or am I getting that wrong?
Are you a
DM?
It's either GM or DM.
GM and DM, right?
That means Dungeon Master.
Yeah, or Games Master.
Or Games Master.
Yeah,
because
Games Master.
to find you get spoiled with.
Are you a good Games Master?
I've never done it.
Do you know?
I tried, mate. I looked into it and it was just
It's
like
too much prep.
fucking hell.
Do you know somebody that is?
I know a couple of people who are, yeah. Whether they'd be willing to come along or not.
Well, what if they could wear a cape?
Spoiled. The problem is, I looked at local groups and I was like, I've been spoiled by Critical Role.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer, the guy he's just.
Well, it helps
the
us all
best.
like professional voice actors as well.
And they're all professional voice actors as well, and they just get you into like the. Fucking,
Immerse.
I've cried at fucking watching.
Do you know what
you follow a story for years, right? And then the main character will die, and it's like a big.
Yeah.
I fucking roar my eyes out. I'm like, fucking, hell, it's actually like he's dead. He's dead. You follow this character for months, and it's
This
like
is a bit like have you seen the film? What's the film? Role Models.
Oh yeah.
When he's going to the LARPing thing, and I feel
I'd
like
try LARPing.
I feel like
My
Paul
brother
Rudd.
does it. Yeah, my brother fucking loves LARPing.
I feel like Paul Rudd, and I'm going into Fogel's world or whatever his name is.
10
in the thing. Yeah, and I'm like, cool. Like I want to get into this, but I've got to like by the end when we're playing D&D together, I'll be full in. I'll be like the end of the film full in. For now, I'm like just observing this.
Mate, fucking D&D's so much fun.
Yeah.
I just never found a decent group to do it. We did we tried a one shot, but we never found
a decent night down at Treehouse.
So yeah, Sheffield probably. I need to look more because Lincoln's not
go.
really
Right.
the spot.
Yeah.
Lincoln has like, man, it just looked a bit. I don't know. And the people I spoke to, I'm not putting them down or anything. It's just I don't know, just a bit. I got the vibe that
Fucking
it just wasn't good
Link-
enough. I've been
fucking
spoiled,
hell-
man. By
Fucking hell, Lincoln, get your D&D game together.
We've got loads of fucking niche shit like that in Sheffield now. It's ridiculous. Like, you got 2 board game cafes. You got the gaming cafe. You got Lego cafe.
Did you ever get into Pokemon
Fucking
like
hell,
TCG or?
Yeah, when I was younger, but never past like 1st gen.
No, same.
And I lost all my cards, and I had some fucking rare ones as well.
Yeah, I'm still pissed off about my cards. You got one?
Oh, I've not
That
brought
we
it, I've
found
not
out.
brought it with me. I'm going to Liverpool tomorrow though, so I'll get them tomorrow.
What is it? In a Japanese Raichu?
I've got a Japanese Raichu, I've got a Japanese Mew, I've got a Japanese Alakazam as well.
When I went to Japan, like one of the guys we went with, obsessed with Pokemon, he was buying loads of packs of like new Pokemon cards that weren't out outside of Japan yet. At one point, I thought he was going to fucking faint when he opened a pack and pulled like an ultra rare card that was worth like fucking loads. He just goes fucking pale and starts shaking. And I was like, right.
It's like that. What's the most expensive cards in Magic the Gathering? There's the White Lotus or is the Blue Lotus?
Black Lotus, but
Black
no,
Lotus,
now
sorry.
it's the one that went for the most money ever is the. So they released a Lord of the Rings themed set.
The One Ring.
They had the One Ring, which you could get as like a normal card, but then they printed one specific special
Then
edition.
Post
version of it.
Malone bought
Post
it.
Malone bought it for $2.6 million.
2.6 million for a card.
This is a fucking prick. I hate him again now.
But he, like,
2.6 million.
Look,
Come on,
but
man.
the story
Come on,
is-
man. Let the geeks live.
It was some geezer at Walmart, right? It was just he worked at
he does an unboxing video, an opening of the booster pack on YouTube, not knowing it's going to be in it, and he gets to this card and he fucking visibly starts shaking.
It's just you imagine that card's worth a lot of money.
it's the
Then
only
Post
one on
Malone,
the
it
world.
changed his life.
Yeah.
Mate, of course it does, but then Post Malone's now hoarding it. Why does he get it? What about the other
Because he had
geeks?
2 million.
Yeah.
What about the other
'Cause
geeks
he's
that want
rich.
it?
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair,
This
if
is-
I had a card of
this
2
is
million, I'm selling it for
This
2
is the
mil.
problem, isn't it? Wealth trickles down. Does it fuck, you get lucky, don't you? You get your ring out.
Yeah, both of
he
them
was-
are happy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Hey,
They
but
both made
apparently,
it.
like,
Post Malone's got the card. He loves it, and also that
What
guy's
about-
now a millionaire
But apparently,
It's
apparently
mad
every
that,
time he
innit?
goes,
It's too much money if someone can spend £2.6 million
on a piece of cardboard.
on a card.
Hey, it's got a bit of foil on it as well.
Yeah, but before, mate. Yeah.
This is like you when you go on about coffee being fucking beans and water. Oh, it's just so expensive, beans and water. It's a fucking
Totally true.
card and foil.
And you're not wrong. And I'm still a monkey brain that
Yeah.
will think that cards. I don't know why. I'm a geek. I can't help myself. I'm
Cards have a magical drawing power for you. Yeah.
He apparently goes to like every local gaming store in every city that he tours and has a few games with like the locals.
Oh, that's fire.
Post Malone does. Oh, it's just making me so
So cool, man.
makes me so angry.
Honestly, we should get him on the pod.
Oh God.
To
be
be
sat
honest,
there
I bet if he
seething.
played in Chef at like the arena, he'd do it.
Do you know what the thing is?
I bet
as
he
well?
would.
The thing is, if we had him here on the podcast, I would be like, do you know what? I really hated on you when you were doing mumble rap stuff. Quite like you as a country star. You're a really sound guy.
And he'll be lovely about it. He goes,
So
no,
what-
it's okay, man.
And then he'd be
Don't
like, what
worry
do you want me
about
to
it."
do? I'll pay your mortgage off. Don't worry about it. I'll suck you off. I'll suck you off. Don't worry about it. I'll suck you off. I'll suck you off.
I love Post.
I just want to play a game of Magic against him.
Do you reckon he's ever going to turn out like a bad guy? Or is he just one of those ones that's like perpetually a nice man?
Who knows?
I don't
That
think
kind
he's
of
ever
annoys
gonna be
me about
like
him as well.
Diddy or anything.
The thing is
No,
that
he's not Diddy levels.
Did
is
you
he?
see Diddy's lawyer, by the way?
What, the one
was
who quit?
quoted saying?
Jonathan Davis. That's his name.
Oh, was it?
Diddy's lawyer is called Jonathan Davis.
Is
Or
that
was.
the same one who
There's one
quit?
quit.
What
Well,
was the quote?
man. Jonathan Davis.
I can't
quit.
remember what it was.
The quote was, "Under no circumstances I can possibly continue," and then he left. He left the case.
But he's
what has
like-
that man
It's
seen?
Jonathan Davis. I've got a fucking
He's
band going
like
on
the
here.
12th one to leave.
Oh my
Jesus
god! Oh my god!
Christ. Diddy's like, you gotta help me, man. Get me out of this situation. What the fuck has he done?
Well, apparently that's one of the reasons loads of lawyers just keep leaving him. It's just saying that he's just delusional and thinks that there's some way that he's going to get away with it, like get off.
Get away with what? Like it did so much. Like there's so many stories, but you don't even quite know what.
I know there's a lot of baby oil involved.
Yeah,
Like,
loads of baby
an
oil.
insane amount of baby oil. Like,
We spoke about this, Jim. Yeah, it was like 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 bottles.
Maybe more than that.
yeah,
well,
like
we-
fucking pallets worth. Like,
We totted it up as well. I think it was like 1,000 bottles of baby oil and 1,000 bottles of lube. And lube's what, like say a tenner a bottle. So that's 10 grand's worth of lube. That's like a house deposit's worth of lube
yeah.
for a normal person.
For normal, yeah,
That's
Diddy,
crazy,
far
innit?
from normal.
Yeah, well, did he just buys his house outright? I was saying to Dave on a previous podcast, he had so much money he could actually be Batman.
Yeah.
He could have a full-on Batcave full of gadgets.
There's
and-
loads of people who could.
Instead, he was
Yeah.
twat man.
yeah.
Now
Said
we've
he was
got
Splat Man.
fucking Elon who like is getting even more rich somehow.
Is he him tweaking out on
Oh,
stage?
he's like a massive fucking cat addict.
Well, this is it. This is. He was tweaking out on stage, wasn't he?
Yeah,
with
when
his
he's wearing the
glasses on?
shades at that convention, he's just fucking
I
gibbering.
am become meme. And you're like, what
I-
are you
Well, it's
talking
the fact
about?
that he called the fucking education, the government department that he's running Doge.
I keep
We
laughing.
live in weird
It's
times,
fucking,
man.
the world is now a meme.
I keep
Yeah.
laughing because every time I see somebody drive past in a nice Tesla and I see the little T badge on the front, I'm like, it's kind of like you're driving around in like a
The swastika.
like a swastika, yeah. Because I'm like, did you know this that Volkswagen, that was originally a Nazi project?
Yeah.
Because the Nazis in World War, well, I guess maybe before World War II, they were basically saying that every German should have access to a sensible family car, and so Volkswagen was born. But then Volkswagen now is still a company, but it was started by the Nazis. So I'm like, I'm not saying that Elon is the new Hitler by any means, but he has got a car company that he started.
I think
and
he's
he
like,
did Zeke Kyle.
and he's like, yeah, and he did do a little, he did a little
and
slippery.
a few others now.
There's been like 4 or 5 of them now, yeah.
Which is so, like, it's getting to the point where I defended it, going, well, he's just an idiot.
He's just an autistic man.
And
He's got
now,
no idea what he's doing.
2 more politicians have thrown it out
Aye, yeah.
quite
It's
hard.
the-
And I'm like, hang on.
It's the gusto that Elon gave it, like fucking grit, like bit his lip and grunted and everything.
Yeah.
And then
like-
you had two others do it. I
And
saw
then there's a CEO of a company who's done it recently as well.
recently, and he threw it out as well.
Yeah.
I'm like sat there going, hang on, this is
But
not
one of them
becoming
proper
a
throws it
coincidence
out, and then the
anymore.
other one just does it really casually.
Yeah, the other one was. It's like they're being almost
Just like-
made to do it.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah, one of them threw it out like this, then he went, and then the other one went bang, bang.
But then it's like, how much coverage did Elon get from doing it?
Yeah.
And then they go,
Not that
oh,
like he
fucking
didn't
hell.
have enough anyway.
Oh,
The guy just wants attention. He's like a fucking
Well,
man-child.
this is it. Look
it's
at us.
becoming
Look at us, dude.
It's becoming exhausting. Like
I've
trying
had
to
to
follow
turn
it all.
Twitter off for a bit
Yeah.
because
I
I'm going
deleted
down.
it ages ago.
I can't. The thing is, it's just an open floodgate now.
But
It's just
also,
like,
it was kind of
and
your.
I look at it and like Jesus Christ. And
Well, there's
now
that blue
it's-
sky that people are using now as well.
It was kind of
Different
your
app.
social media, though, wasn't it? As well, Twitter. Like you used that more, I think, than you
not
definitely.
Twitter. No.
I thought
no.
you used it more than Facebook and Instagram
no.
and stuff, though.
God no, I was
'Cause
more of a Reddit boy. Then when
Oh, yeah.
when Elon bought Twitter, at least it became more open. I will say that
an absolute war
And
ground.
it became like a fucking. And now it's got
here's
to
a
the point where it
beheading.
is made
Here's an absolute gluck video.
to the point where it's like, okay, maybe this is a bit. Maybe it does need some
Regulation.
fucking regulation,
Some
and
regulation.
moderation. Yeah, it does.
And then Blue Sky, if you go on Blue Sky, is that like that's kind of completely the other way, isn't it? Because you can't, if you post anything on there that's kind of
The two worst.
it's
the
really
two, I feel
regulated.
like the two worst social media platforms are like Reddit and
you think
Twitter.
Reddit's bad,
Because the only reason why I say this is because there are echo chambers.
Yep.
right?
So Reddit's like, depending on what subreddit you go on, it's just everybody repeating the
Yeah,
same
you find a
shit.
community
It's-
that you're
it's,
into, then they're obviously all going to share.
They're
a
all
comment.
going to share that, and it's like that
Yeah.
across. And
It's
the
gone
same
wild,
with
isn't it?
Twitter
It's gone
now is a
wild.
culture of like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different subreddits that are like kind of mixed, but you'd like if you go against the sort of like status quo on Reddit, you just get fucking downvoted into
you
oblivion.
do. Dude, I noticed
So
that.
it's,
Yeah.
I've this again. You guys are chatting on a level where you've elevated to a higher plane.
We're internet boys.
I use
Yeah.
yeah. You guys are chronically online. I use Reddit, like I sometimes Google something and then I'm like, oh, Reddit will probably have the answer to my problem.
Reddit is great for.
I don't have an account. I just go on it.
I find Reddit is great for stories in terms of like if somebody's got an illness and they're like looking for advice, like
Yeah.
oh I've got this certain thing as anybody else had, you know, and then somebody posts oh I dealt with it this way. I think that's cool. This kind of communication they have on there.
They've got
back
an
and forth.
illness community on Reddit.
Which is, it
There's
depends
a
on what
community
illness.
for literally everything on Reddit.
Literally anything you want, like ADHD. Like I go on
Yeah,
there.
oh,
And people
yeah, I
share.
can
There'll be
imagine
about
that being
20
on there.
different subreddits minimum for ADHD.
There's a
subscribed
Greg's
to
appreciation subreddit,
Yeah.
Right.
where people
What's-
just fucking
post sausage rolls.
post sausage rolls. At Greg's. I went on it last night. I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Just like,
Oh,
seeing a
some
Greg.
are amazing. Like
Some are
so
amazing.
niche.
You said you wanted to eat 5 sausage rolls on here.
10.
10. Why is that?
Was it 10 or 5?
Is that because it's the most
No, because we
magically
was talking about it
powerful
last
number?
night, and Jim reckons I can't. He goes, mate,
You can't do 10.
that." Is it 10
But
or
mate,
5?
right, sorry, you come in here today and you've told me you're a reformed character, you're no longer eating processed foods, you're no longer eating sugar.
But if it's
you've
for,
walked in, no Mackies, you've got black coffee, but if it's for
5.
If it's for the memes.
if it's for the memes, you're gonna
5 doesn't seem that much, does it?
You're
You're
gonna
talking the
risk-
big ones or the small ones?
The big
Big
ones.
ones. I couldn't do that, but I've got a tiny stomach.
I feel like I could
What's the-
smash 5 Greg's
What's the
sausage rolls.
Weetabix challenge? The dry Weetabix.
Oh, it's as many as you can do in a minute or something.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
No,
fucking
or
hell.
is it an
I'll
amount?
get you to do that.
dry
one.
Weetabix, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do
same
that. You
with,
do
um,
sausage
And then-
rolls.
and then you've
Crackers. There's one with crackers as well. See how many of those.
Jacob's
And I
cream
really
crackers.
hope you're not going to do this.
What's that?
But you posted to Stroman.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
Do it on stream.
We
Yeah.
can't open it in here.
No.
It'd
No,
have to
no,
be
we're not.
outside.
We're not
Meant to
opening
open
it
it
here.
underwater.
It's 50 quid. Jim.
Yeah. But don't worry, that's coming out of your bank account. I've hived in.
Are we going to use the Patreon together?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Leanne's crying already. She's like, you will.
You
'Cause
actually can do it.
Yeah, we're going to order some pastrami.
I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it.
Maybe you
There's
can make some ramen pastrami.
I'm not going near that shit. The fact that you've got to open it underwater, if you don't want the smell to like permeate the room forever.
For anybody listening, just Google Sustromi.
It's
it's
the world's smelliest food.
It's fermented herring, but it's basically fermented in a way that is just gone off.
Every person I've seen open it just gips, and I'm already like I gip quite easily. I don't like any weird textures in my mouth, and that smell would just fuck me up.
Well, shout out to Patreon Jake, who sent me over a video 2 days ago of some guys opening a can of Surströmming in a car.
Oh god, yeah, I've seen that.
And just they all just throw up all over themselves, basically. And he said,
I want to see this video after the show.
And he said, I want you guys to do this as a Patreon special.
I will do the smell. I'm not eating it. I will vomit. I'm not nibbling.
Yeah, but you're gonna vomit even smelling it.
Mate,
I know, that's what I mean. I can't.
Did you watch the video that I sent over of Swedish people eating it? And they're genuine. They opened the can, and the top comment on the video made me howl with laughter because it's an old lady that opens the can, and she opens it and then she sniffs and she goes, "Ooh," and it's like somebody smelling their own fart.
I'm
enjoying
not
it.
even joking. I bet Leanne would fucking neck it. She loves like all that kind of like fish,
the brine out of the can.
My missus drinks brine from the can. She will just
apparently it
neck
smells
I drink
like
pickle juice.
I could do pickle juice.
Well, one of my favourite drinks is pickleback. Shot of bourbon, shot of pickle juice.
Could you not do Surströmming? Anything?
I wouldn't be able to. I'm like not a massive fish guy at the best times.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
no,
massive fish
I'm not
guy.
a massive
I love
fish
seafood,
guy.
just not fish.
Jim, do you think you're going to throw up if we do it?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
but yeah,
It's going to
100%.
fucking stink. It smells like fermented shit. Like, of course I'm going to throw up, but I'm also going to eat it. I'm going to give it. I'm going to
Fuck off.
Yeah,
if you're eating that.
I'm gonna put a bit of that in my mouth.
That's insanity. There is I can't do it. I won't be able to do it.
How close would you be able to get to your mouth?
Nope.
But at least try for
No,
the means.
I can't, man. I can't put anything in my mouth at the best of times.
But apparently, one of the
can't.
worst,
It's not what my dad said
one of the
about
worst
his
things
dick.
you got to watch out for is because it's like so pressurized, the can. When you open
Oh,
it,
yeah, you
it's
just
straight
go-
in the face.
No.
Yeah.
If that gets on me, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
I am
well,
fucked.
your clothes go in the bin. Your skin might have to go in the bin. To be honest, we
Flay
might have to.
yourself.
Yeah, we might have to burn some of your skin off.
Have you ever done smelling salts?
No, but I hear they do fucking smell rank.
Do you want some?
Yeah, do you want
No.
we did it.
We've got some over there, mate.
Is it?
It's not. It doesn't smell rank. It's like.
Is it just
How would
really
you
strong,
describe
like
it?
burns your nose kind of thing?
Would you even call it a burn?
It's like ammonia.
All right,
It's like ammonia.
pissy smell.
It's not even. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
I didn't think it was piss. I thought it. It felt like
That's the
Vicks
piss.
Vapor Rub. If you
All
put it
right.
on your nose, it's like that times 1 million. It just you're like
Knives
fucking hell.
to the brain.
Knives to- that's
if you've
what-
got some, I'll have to do it.
Yeah, we've got some.
And where is it? Do you know?
Yeah, it's over there. It's over there. I'll get some.
Let's wrap it up.
All right.
with that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We've done an
How-
hour 40 by the
Well,
way.
oh fucking hell! It's
Now
a long
45.
It's a long
Me
episode.
too.
This one.
Let's wrap it up with that. Would you do it on just a little sniff?
Yeah.
I'll do it with you. I'll have a little
Excellent.
bit.
We'll all have a blast on some smelling salts. Thank you very much for tuning in this week, guys. Extended guest episode. Thank you so much to Luke. Have you got anything that you want to plug apart from the karaoke? 15th of March was that?
15th March. Yeah.
At the
karaoke
Dorothy Packs in Sheffield. You'll be there from
7 till 11.
7 till 11.
I'll be doing bits of stand up in between songs occasionally as well because that's something I've got into recently.
Shit,
which
we
is
didn't
a
even
whole other tangent.
we didn't even talk about the stand-up stuff. So do you want to? Have you got any?
No, I'll be doing a charity show at some point later this year after I've done a course on how to be funny.
And but your dad jokes? Any dad jokes for us today?
Yeah, I tell dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs.
That's
not a
fucking
dad.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not a dad. No kids. Not a parent. Guess
But-
it makes me a faux pas.
You're good at this.
Good or bad. It's subjective.
I like it. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah, loads of stuff like that. Basically, that's going to be most of my routine.
Beautiful.
Which I did it for a mate's birthday down in Somerset last year. Just did like 5 minutes, absolutely hanging out my fucking arse. And it went down really well. So,
Great. Let's get these smelling salts.
Just
and
grab,
then-
grab a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's do it. Feel free, mate.
open the lid slowly.
Yeah,
Okay.
just be don't react and throw it everywhere because if it gets in your eyes, you're fucked.
Oh wait, hold on.
It's all right, Jim. We could probably use this one, lad.
That's fake tan. Do you want some fake tan?
Whoa! So what you mean?
Gives a go. I'll have a blast on that.
Oh, Jim, do you want to pass that? Oh God, it's my eyes water.
You only had like a little.
I know. I only
I'll
had
do it.
a taster.
You only had a little.
I wasn't going to huff it.
Oh, off you go.
Oh, I can fucking taste it.
Oh, I only did a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Woo! It does get you going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Daddy.
You want to do that? Why are we doing it at the end? You want to do it before?
Yeah, maybe
So-
we should have done it at the start.
It looks like it's intended uses for before you go to the gym or something.
Yeah,
It's for power. It's for power lifters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
have
supposed
it,
to. You're
and then
supposed to
you-
power lift after that.
Yeah.
Well, your knee's healed at least.
He
We'll
just
see.
stands up and goes,
You'll be running home after this.
I'll hop. Fuck it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you so much for coming in and
No
chatting
worries.
to us. We've loved it. It's been great. And check out Luke's pop-up ramen shops, musical ventures, chiptune nights, and
Karaoke. And stand-up.
karaoke and stand-up. So just a few things to check out. Catch you guys next week. Circle back
Nice one. for everyone.
and support us on Patreon if you've enjoyed the episode.
Yeah, links down below. Love you, bye.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Talk about next week.
Bye.